Hey everybody, welcome back to Illiterate Book Club. I'm Matt.
I'm John.
And this is our special guest,
Michael,
and the lovely Twee, who's been in our most popular videos. So she will be in the thumbnail. Probably just her.
Don't make it weird.
Yes. So this is our Avengers Endgame commentary. Or
Talk over.
Basically. So we will probably do very little commentary about the movie.
Because obviously we were there the entire time it was being made, and we have so much insight.
Yes, we do. We're like this with the Russo brothers, mostly, and Bob Iger. So we know exactly what's going on.
Who are those people?
Anyways, so we're going to switch just to audio, and then we can line it up for you guys. So get your videos ready, and let's go. Okay, so we're back, and it's about to do the cold open. Let's see. Hawkeye's daughter's thing.
It's an arrow.
It's an arrow.
It's a girl holding an arrow.
That's sexist.
I'm sorry. It's a, gender neutral person with his daughter holding an arrow.
Yes. Neither of them have identified yet.
That's right. I don't know who these people are. This seems like an abusive relationship already.
Yes, obviously that's a weird way to touch your daughter. It's gross.
Hey, look, there's Velma.
Oh.
Remember she was Velma in Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, she was.
She's also in Grandma's Boy.
Oh yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies ever.
Dude,
Yeah, amazing movie.
Kind of had a crush on her on that one. Well, I kind of had a crush on her.
I kind of have a crush on her right now.
Well,
what are you talking about? It never ended.
My wife is here, so I can't say that.
Stay. Come here. Stay here. Come here.
Okay, now the dog is coming in.
Okay, come here.
We're recording.
Stay here.
Hey, we're recording.
All right. Good old audio.
It's probably even funnier.
This is a 3-hour movie. We're just going to keep it going.
Right. This was like a pretty... I think everybody speculated this is how it was going to open.
I don't know, man. It was pretty shocking to me.
Was it really?
Yeah. Was it?
Was that shocking to you or not?
No,
This
this
part.
part shocking. No.
I mean, it is a superhero opening, so his whole family disappearing is sort of like the name of the game.
He wasn't in the first movie at all, so
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, I wasn't shocked to see him.
Yeah,
I guess it was just like his family disappearing.
I like Hawkeye. Hawkeye's like one of my favorite people.
Oh yeah, no, I like
He
him.
does nothing but get more badass as time goes on.
That's true. I mean, he even becomes a bad guy and still is a good guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think that was kind of the point that it had a, we knew in the commercials that he went like Ronin or whatever, what they call from the thing,
Yeah.
they call him Ronin.
right.
So that's him like a dark side. So that's what most people kind of thought. Okay, well, if he's Ronin, then that means he lost his family.
Oh, the lost art of paper football. That's the way I feel when I interact with people. Really shocked, and it was fun.
Yeah. I have a genetic desire to do this.
yeah. Yeah, he's really groping that helmet.
This is gonna be the loudest beginning of any commentary. With just
Well, extraneous noise, I think is.
so if you have to leave, make sure to like and subscribe. Just mute this and let it keep going. We can't lose our retention rate.
So yeah, this guy Just about to die.
Yes. I can't believe they killed Tony Stark in the beginning of the movie. That's insane.
I say it's about time. Just waiting for this guy to die from Iron Man.
I mean, he should have died back in that cave. The wrong son died. Oh, different movie.
Wow, that's a weird reference point. How far are we from the nearest 7-Eleven? He's like 100,000 miles.
Might as well be. Because I'm not going. So can everybody hear the movie pretty good? I mean, we can only have it so loud because otherwise Disney will shut us down. Even though we love you, Disney. Make sure.
No, I don't, but...
Shut up, John. We want to get into press screenings. Bob Iker, I will do your taxes.
Yeah, I think he's already got people for that.
Okay, I will watch them do your taxes.
You know, only real superheroes can look this cool while dying.
Mm-hmm. Come on. You good? Like how Bella's so into this. She was like watching it intently. Like, don't let Tony Stark die.
I have a business proposition for Elon Musk to open up a space business in which you ship people out to reenact Tony Stark's death like this. If you won't want to die a boring old Earth death, you can die in the deepest parts of space.
People would do it too.
Yeah, I might do it.
Yeah,
He died abandoned in space. Who gets to say that? Nobody.
I like how everybody who's watching this commentary has probably watched this movie.
Probably.
And it sounds like we've never watched this movie. Because we know he doesn't die.
Wait a second, what?
Because it's Space Man.
You've watched this movie? I thought we weren't supposed to watch them before these.
No. Yeah. It was weird because I saw it with you.
I keep wanting to find the exact spot where the glowing light of Captain Marvel actually like right here, right? This is
Yeah, that's it.
Right there. It's another convenient plot hole.
Yeah, it just showed that.
How did they find them in space?
Well, obviously their signal went billions of light years or millions of light years away.
Or maybe Captain Marvel has the same powers as 11 from Stranger Things.
No, I think
she
it
just
had
find people.
It had something to do with them being on to see where the gauntlet was used.
Oh, that's bogus. I don't like it.
Anyway,
They didn't put it in the movie. It didn't happen. You know, I think I liked them better with a beard.
I mean,
I like my men with beards. What can I say?
so true.
You know what they didn't say?
What?
How, on their way back while she's carrying them, they still ran out of oxygen and died.
This is all
She didn't carry an oxygen tank to resupply them with her, did she?
No. Sure. Hold your breath.
Yeah.
Apparently she's so fast she got back there pretty fast.
She wasn't moving very fast right there.
Wow, that was at the very. She's in the atmosphere.
You're in the atmosphere. I think this is the movie where we realize Tony Stark is a terrible loser.
Sore loser, Tony. So I heard an interesting theory about
Rocket Raccoon and
yes, Nebula love relationship.
Mhm.
No, because it looks so apparent that he looks way stronger in this than he was in Infinity War.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which some people say, oh well, he was not trying to kill people there; he was just trying to get the stones. But another theory is because, like, if you notice, like in the very Infinity War, the further along he gets, he's using the stones more. He's not fighting people as much, and the stones seem to weaken people, like it weakened the Hulk. So maybe every stone he got was like the radiation of it was actually weakening him, and that he's in a stronger form here. Make sense?
No.
Yeah, it's possible because that's one of the things I did like about this movie is like you feel like you got two different Thanoses. At least
Yeah.
I did. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's
Oh,
like
it's
you
definitely
have.
two different things.
It's like in the first movie he's like he had to go through all this to get stones. So now he's like holding wise from it. But in this one he's just like, nah, I'm still gonna kill everybody. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
beat you up.
It changed his game plan too.
Right.
He had a quick turnaround too. He went from. Well, we'll talk about it when it gets there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Steve Rogers and his impeccable hair.
Oh yeah, his hair. That's what I was looking at.
Trumps.
Make the Avengers great again.
We needed was a pseudo armor around the world. Remember that? Whether it impacted our precious freedom or not. That's what we needed. That didn't work out. I said we'd lose. You said it. Guess what happened? We lost. You weren't there. Guess what? Our best work after the fact were the Avengers. We're the Avengers, not the pre-Avengers. Okay, right? You made your point. Just sit down. Okay. No, here's my point. Just sit down. We need you. Your new blood. A bunch of tired old meals. I got nothing. No coordinates, no clues, no strategies, no options. No trust. Here, take this. You find me. Put that on. Hide. No, it's fine.
I heard he ad-libbed a lot of that. Like the liar part was just completely.
Just that one word.
Well, it's just that entire like liar, like that wasn't in the script. You know what I mean? Like it was an intense moment, and they kept it.
You realize up there is more your territory. This is our territory. You gonna know where he is? Don't bother. I can tell you.
It's a weird place to stand just to give that information.
Well, that's where the directors told her to stand.
It's like I'm going to stand here and wait until they say something that's pertinent to me speaking up and telling them I know where Thanos is.
Line.
Line. She could have started that off the ship being, hey, I know where Thanos is. Let's go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Miss that whole awkward scene of Tony Stark getting really angry.
I don't think they decided completely to get him yet.
Shazam, they have like a system that just watches all the planets in the known universe.
Yes. I knew you were going to try to tear this movie apart, John. And it's my job not to let you. I'm the
I'm
Avengers
sorry.
Avengers.
It tears itself apart, really. Come on.
If we do this, how do we know it's gonna end?
You're not going to do anything, Steve Bannon.
Yeah, you literally do nothing this entire movie but make a little just nod
Why
comment.
did I call him Steve Bannon? Bruce Banner.
There are a lot of other planets in the universe. Unfortunately, none of you guys.
Ooh. And Thor, who's been skulking in the background this entire time, suddenly makes an appearance. What was he eating? He was like drinking beer and eating cereal or something?
I think it's kind of a little bit of a foreshadowing for what's later.
I like this one.
Where all he does is eat beer or drink beer and eat.
Although he still has the badass axe with the Groot arm.
So Disney, I know you can hear part of this in our microphone. Please don't shut us down. We have 12 subscribers. Do you really need that? You made 2.8 billion off this movie just in theaters.
Don't call them out on it. That just means they'll do it even more because they have to prove you wrong.
We do need your 12 subscribers.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness. The pretty colors.
Thing is, we're trying to get more people to watch this movie, so I don't even understand the logic behind that.
What are you talking about?
Like why they would shut down a commentary just because you hear it. Obviously, we're not showing the movie.
Stop bringing attention to it.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. Keep going about it.
Little foreshadowing there.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve. Oh my goodness, what if his grandson is Steve the hair? No, I'm kidding.
No satellites, no ships, no armies, no ground defense.
How is she talking to them right now?
Magic. They might have comms.
There's no air.
They have
though.
comms.
There's no air.
She creates an atmosphere around her body. Look at it. I'm
Is
gonna have
she farting space around herself? Is that what you're saying?
energy.
In space.
It's like, oh man, I have nothing to breathe. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Just soak in that atmosphere.
I'm gonna have a bad explanation for all your obvious
Right.
scientific flaws.
I want to know what these fruits are called. Are these just prickly eggs?
Prickly eggs? What? Why would a
The
fruit
fruit.
be called prickly egg?
It looks like a prickly egg to me.
Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that argument.
Where'd you get the salt? This doesn't make any sense. There's not a grocery store here.
When did he learn how to cook? Because
He's
he's
been
literally been a king.
he's been too busy killing half the universe.
He learned how to cook. That's what I did on my therapeutic day. Boom.
Oh,
So
excuse me. Yes, that was amazing.
I thought he was just burping the microphone.
No, him cutting his arm off. That was amazing.
Oh no.
I don't buy this part either. Like using the stones to destroy the stones. That's so ridiculous.
Supposedly they're not completely destroyed. They're just like atomized.
Well, yeah, technically, that's the whole deal. Like nothing ever gets destroyed; it can become atomized. But still, the idea that he like dismantled the stones and they don't exist anymore.
Well, the thing is, they like where she talks about if you remove from a thing, it creates a thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
They're
Like,
not removed. That's what they say.
So they're lying. Say this is a lie right here. He couldn't have destroyed the stones, otherwise it
But
would
the energy of
ruin
the
the
stones are
timeline.
still.
No, that's a cop out. That's
Well, yeah.
you know, it's weird. That's what I tell on my first dates, and it never goes well after that.
My father's many things.
Daughter.
You know, you think of all the characters, Thor would appreciate a father-child reconciliation moment.
Not so much.
Not today.
he doesn't have time for that today.
Really? You're not hearing what you're doing. Trash is squeaky.
Oh. Oh, here's the best part of the movie right here. You ready for it? Here it comes. That's exciting conclusion to, oh wait, 5 years later in the slowest reveal font of all time.
Well, because there was like suspense. It'd be like, what, 5 days, 5 months, 5 weeks?
But later, 5 years, I wish it said 5 years earlier. That would have been a really interesting story.
Whatever.
No. Well, I mean, could have been more interesting than this.
Why are you such a hater?
Who
on this
parked
movie?
all those boats there?
Why are you such a hater? The last hour of this movie is the greatest
I'm
act
not-
of superheroes.
And when we get to it, I'll be like, hey, this is a really awesome action scene. But none of it makes sense.
Hey, this is the first openly gay character in the MCU.
Really?
Respect it. Or you'll get hate mail.
This one guy who no one knows his name.
His name is Anthony Russo.
Wow. Marvel's getting really progressive. They're really putting themselves out there. Having a side character that no one knows.
It's a very beautiful story about a day. It's great, but in
I
our
don't-
day, we would have.
I don't mean to diminish a man's pain here, but it's been 5 years. You're still crying while you're on a date with other people?
Have you ever had a half the world population? Why?
I don't know half the world's population.
Yeah, but it could be like a lot of your family and your friends. and
Yeah.
They
And-
missed the Mets, man.
And at some point, well, I guess it's my favorite baseball team all disappeared.
All right. Do you even have a favorite baseball team?
No, I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I don't care.
I'm a heartless bastard.
Yeah, John would have been one of the ones. You know what? Thanos, that's a good idea. It's a lot more hair around here. I can breathe
Hey,
good. You know?
you know what we don't have 5 years later? Global warming. Overcrowding, lack of food.
Hey, you know, there's no traffic.
You know what I'm not in 5 years after half the population is void? Unemployed. I've got a job.
I don't even think we really care about money anymore.
No. We're just kind of chilling, doing our thing. We're like, hey, you know what? We're alive today. Let's just relax and enjoy it.
All right, you convinced me. Let's look for the information. Sold.
Who found this van? Who knew it belonged to Lang and like gave him an entire like? This seems like the really weird place just to park a van.
Okay, first off,
Look, I'm not complaining about the movie. I'm just like
complaining about the movie.
I'm asking questions about like who puts a van inside of a.
Okay, first, this is an impound place.
Is it? They
Yes.
impound all of his clothes too,
All of his stuff.
and his
which is-
furniture.
Yeah.
Where'd they impound it from?
His house that he wasn't paying taxes on, and his car was just sitting out.
He wasn't
in the
paying
middle of
taxes
nowhere.
on anyway. He was renting.
Well, then he got kicked out by his renter, and they threw it in something.
Who are they going to rent it to? Half the world's gone.
Oh,
What if the renter disappeared?
Hope.
I love that they threw him in here.
Right, he literally doesn't say anything. Hope. Hope you don't think about this movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the only person whose franchise disrupts actual laws of science more than the rest of the Avengers is Ant-Man.
Well,
Ant-Man does not make sense scientifically in any way.
yeah, well, especially later.
hey, catch!
It's a dick of a kid right here.
What the hell happened here?
I don't know if he's a dick. I mean, it's kind of just like thinking he's being He's thinking that guy's being a dick. What do you mean? What the hell happened?
Well, I mean, he's not making a joke. He's obviously really serious in that moment.
Yeah, but would you think this guy probably just woke up out of nowhere? You'd probably be like, no, this guy's being some weird prick. What do you mean you don't know? Maybe that guy lost his mom and dad. And snap.
So he's just riding around the neighborhood on his bike, crying at people.
Yeah, that's probably what would happen.
That's what teenagers do nowadays.
I thought that's what teenagers did anyway.
Yeah.
They just ride around on bikes crying at people.
Well, he probably should have been riding his bike looking at his phone, to be realistic.
Oh, that's true. But who's he going to text?
Oh.
You know, it's weird. I've only gotten half the likes I used to get.
I'm so depressed because my Instagram.
Yeah, like that. You know how many like Facebook statuses would have been there? I don't know why nobody likes my stuff anymore.
I only have half the followers I used to have.
Oh my goodness. Oh, vote me, please. Yeah. It's weird. He's sitting there thinking, man, my daughter's all grown up, and I'm thinking, man, he's been out for 5 years. How old is she now?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. She looks like she's like 15, but I thought she was only like 5.
No, it's 5. She was like,
Was she like 8, maybe?
yeah, she was like
So she'd be
she was like
13.
9, maybe 10 or something like that. Because remember, it was one of her birthdays in like the first Ant-Man. She was like turning 9 or 10.
I didn't know she was that old, but maybe, yeah.
I mean, she was a small child, but she was still like
I mean, now she's still young, but I just don't know how young.
enough that it's illegal what you're thinking right now. Stop it.
I'm not thinking anything. I'm thinking how
Why are you getting
how
defensive?
ageless Paul Rudd is.
That's true. He could have lived for 5 years and no one would have known.
I mean, if anybody was going to survive this snap, it would be Paul Rudd.
It's true.
I mean,
Honestly, he looks the same as he did in the 90s. So.
yeah, no, it's like him. He's in Clueless, and he looks the exact same.
Yep. Him, Keanu Reeves, Brad Pitt, they all look the same. Johnny Depp.
Tom Cruise, a little bit.
A little bit.
He's aged some, but he's
little
still aging well.
What? Where's my hologram phone? All right, lull in the plot here. Exposition.
And that is why I'm getting another drink.
Oh yeah, the one line that explains why Captain Marvel's nowhere in this movie. The best action character they have, the strongest hero. Oh, we're just gonna send her somewhere else into space until the very end.
Yes.
I think the only thing I've learned from this scene is that Black Widow has not cut her hair for 5 years.
It's true. Because it's blonde.
Yep, get the blonde, and she didn't re-dye it, so you just let it grow out. Just let him keep doing it. Is this yours?
So they definitely hooked up at some time.
I mean, he did fly from a, Survivors Anonymous meeting in New York all the way to, I'm assuming, California.
Oh, I think this is New York. This is the Avengers Tower.
Is this New York?
Mm-hmm. That's what he just said. I saw Wills when I crossed the brook.
Hudson.
Well, Hudson, but he came from the brook. Bridge.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're at.
There you are.
This room doesn't look familiar to me at all. Like, this room has not been in any of the Avengers movies before.
Really? That's what you're hung up on?
No, I'm just saying, like, where is this place? Where are they right now?
It's been 5 years. Maybe they redecorated. Damn it.
I'm not. Who
You're such a
like
complainer.
they can't move on. Why would they redecorate?
He literally picks up Thor's hammer in this movie, and this is a complaint that you have.
That hasn't come yet. We still got like 2.5 hours before he picks up Thor's hammer.
Yeah, but when he does, it makes up for all the inconsistencies.
Well, until we get to that point, I'm gonna bitch about him.
You're so angry.
Yeah, you know who's not angry in this movie? The Hulk, the one guy who should be angry.
It's his superpower, being angry.
I know, right? That's what he's known for. And what they do, they make him docile. He's like, yeah, I just chilled out, guys. You wouldn't believe what it's done for me.
Yeah, Zen yoga.
I'm drinking tea now.
Taking pictures.
Beer?
Soda.
Oh, soda? Yeah, go ahead. In the fridge. Mm-hmm. So I think this is going to be part commentary, part what is called AMSR or whatever.
Yeah, just us.
Yeah. How are you liking this? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a strong one.
Guess what that was?
It's fantastic. Nothing happens until Ant-Man shows up.
I know what you're thinking, Michael. Don't do it. Be strong, my brother. I can't mention it on video, but be strong. Be strong. Stand up strong.
Quantum realm.
I don't know what you're talking about. As the text came through.
She was supposed to pull me out, and then Thanos happened, and I got stuck in there.
Sorry, that must have been very long, 5 years.
Yeah, but that's just it. It wasn't. For me, it was 5 hours. See, the rules of the quantum realm aren't like they are up here. Everything is unpredictable. Is that anybody's sandwich? I'm starving. Scott, what are you talking about?
We all do the thing that was supposed to be impossible to do from the previous Ant-Man movies. And use this conveniently looped hole.
You know, he said, they said, don't get stuck in a time vortex and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that was a real threat.
It was.
When? When did they ever have, like, the
Ant-Man
chance?
2. That's what they said at the very end of it.
I'm saying here. Like, they're not... What are they doing here?
What is what here? They're talking.
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, it's not a time machine exactly. It's
It's
kind
a
of a...
hot tub.
Well, that would be amazing. Yeah. I think they made this part of the plot just so they had the scene later on where they criticize every time travel movie
Mm-hmm.
and say, yeah, those are all stupid. We're doing it the right way.
And then they completely
And then
fuck
they
it up.
screw it up. Yeah, they just break all the rules. It's not the way it works. Oh, look, they have a little garden.
Where may it start?
The fine lunch will be for the giveaway.
Uh-huh.
Not wearing that, okay? That is part of a special English.
You know what this makes me realize?
What?
Gwyneth Paltrow has a really small head. Her helmet can fit a child.
Well, I'm sure it's adaptable. Like everything else in this movie.
It's fine, actually. I'm not that person.
Is it by law that the whole Stark family has to be adorable?
Yes. What's up?
She gave them the nod. What the hell was that?
He gave them the finger.
Ah, yes. My favorite conversation where they throw out a lot of terms and names that no one knows.
You should. You went to school for physics.
I didn't say I didn't know them. I said
You said
everyone else.
everybody. You did say everybody else. So obviously you cheated in your pitches class.
We're not questioned on the names. We're questioned on the math.
Oh really? Well, that's not what the Dutch says.
Exactly. You're a Deutsch.
Gotta say this, sometimes I miss that give you optimism. However, high hopes won't help if there's no logical or tangible way for me to safely execute this.
Time
I think
heist.
the most likely outcome will be our collective demise. Not if we strictly follow the rules of time.
It sounds like they're gonna steal time.
Cells within the sporting events. I'm just thinking that it's going. Are you seriously telling me that your plan to save the universe is based on the future?
First time travel movie reference. Well, that's not how Back to the Future used time travel.
We have a chance to bring her back, to bring everyone back. And you're telling me that you won't even this risk.
The day Tony Stark couldn't even.
I'm saved. I wish I could move that on someone else. Anything else. Honestly, happens to you guys. Oh, look, table set for 6. Be fit. And I'm happy. This is a second chance. I got my second chance right here. Can't roll the dice. If you don't talk shop, you can stick with it.
Did they say for lunch?
No, they didn't stay for
Okay.
lunch. They only ever talk shop.
Mhm. Why so serious?
You're gonna need a really big brain. Bigger than his?
Oh, here's the disappointment of the movie right here.
I'm so confused.
Yep, so am I.
No, that's not what I meant. No, I get it. I'm kidding. I know, it's crazy. I'm wearing shirts now. Yeah. What? How? Why? 5 years ago.
Why? I like the why. That's more relevant. Hey dog. Love you.
That was a really weird thing to say because, you know, people listening to this are just thinking you're just like, hey, dog, love you. He was talking to his actual dog. That was not addressed to either of the men sitting beside him.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Stop touching my leg. Oh, here's the awkward moment right here.
Yeah, I love this part.
This is where they just like make the Hulk the butt of the joke for the whole movie.
I know, that was so disappointing.
See, they just make it awkward now.
They don't know
Nobody knows Ant-Man.
He wants to take a picture with them. Yeah, look, he's even saying no, he doesn't. I get it. Come on, the kid. I don't want it either. But I don't want a picture with him. He's gonna feel bad. Sorry. I don't want to.
And this is where Ant-Man swears at kids.
Take the goddamn. No, it's great.
God, you gotta love them. We're like, wow.
Bruce.
Oh.
Damn. Bruce. Listen to your mom. She knows better. About what you were saying.
You know what has to be a worse thing for
The whole time travel do-over.
you know, he had to wear his like stupid CG suit for this whole movie.
No, they really made him look like that. It's practical.
Oh, is that practical effects? Okay. I underestimated them then. Man, goodness.
That's actually Lou Ferrigno. What is it?
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow.
Thunder. Thunder. Thunder.
I remember thunder at this part of the movie.
Yeah,
It was
didn't-
really gonna suck if the electricity cuts out
That would be
in the
hilarious.
middle of our commentary, and then we could just post it as
Oh,
half.
here
of
comes
the
some more
commentary.
science mumbo jumbo.
This time in the shape of a Mobius
If you
strip inverted.
if you know anything about physics, you know some of what he's saying right now.
Give me that eigenvalue of that particle factoring in spectral decom.
10 points for eigenvalue.
And don't worry, it doesn't pan out of it.
The green line.
I love this
It made a green line. Oh my god.
I like this part.
Yeah.
I was really happy with little kids. Like I'd be playing my like Call of Duty, and I was like, "Damn it!" When he's right there, damn it.
He said, "Don't say that, Mommy." Only says that.
It's one of mommy's words.
Where'd you get that from, Mommy?
Sure was. That's exposure. That's okay. Big one thing about juice pop. Exactly.
Thinking about juice pops.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not. That face. Look there. Story. Once upon a time when we went to bed together. Come on, get your favorite story. Tons. That's crazy. Go to bed. I'll sell all your toys. Not that it's a competition, but she loves me 3,000. You were somewhere in the low 6,900 range.
Has she been sitting there down there with him?
Obviously.
What's new with composting? I figured it out.
Obviously, he's not interested in composting.
You know, just so we're talking about the same thing.
I wish they would have, a behind the scenes or something where they explain what was so interesting about composting.
They do.
I really want to know. I want to know what article she was reading. I want to know what 5 years in the future composting looks like. The future of composting.
They've got plenty of stuff to compost.
Yeah, they have half a world of compost. I wonder if people collected the dust of their loved ones and just carrying it around with them or something.
I'm sure there was a few. Yeah.
They don't show that stuff. Who's president right now? How does the government work?
Trump. Still Trump.
Oh, God.
Let's not make this political. But, yeah.
And the other half of the world said, nope, we're gone.
Some tips on how she put lockbox and drops them bottom of the lake.
And
Foreshadow.
it's a foreshadow.
But would you be able to rest?
But could you sleep?
But like you'd be able to rest.
God, that's so cumbersome. The script writing's awful.
Whatever. I'll take it very hard.
Smart Hulk. I love how the subtitle names him Smart Hulk. Are you ready for some great time travel anecdotal stuff?
Sure.
Let's get into some hilarious antics that don't push the plot forward at all.
I mean, it can't all just be plot.
No. It has 3 hours to not be plot.
I have no idea what we're talking about time travel here. Either it's all a joke or none of it is. We're good. Get your helmet out. Scott, I'm going to send you back a week. Let you walk around for an hour and then bring you back in 10 seconds.
I like how the Hulk has custom tailored clothes, but he doesn't get someone to make him shoes.
Well, that'd be unnecessary.
Why?
I do, Captain.
Wouldn't it be unnecessary to wear clothes? If you're not going to wear shoes, why wear anything?
Well, I mean, I guess he's very zen-like. He wants to be grounded all the time.
What?
Guys, this doesn't feel right.
What's going on? That's Scott?
Yes, it's Scott.
I'm working on it.
I mean, this was a funny part of the movie. It was like one of the most-
It's Scott.
As a baby.
He'll grow.
Bring Scott.
When I say kill the power, kill the power.
Makes no sense why you would have to kill the power all of a sudden. But go with it.
Somebody peed my pants. But I don't know if it was baby me or old me. Or just me.
Time travel. What? I see this as an absolute win.
See, he's a true scientist.
Yeah.
They learned something. They may have not succeeded what they were trying to do, but they definitely learned something.
How many PIM particles did they waste there, though? I wonder.
I don't know. They're not really telling like how the rate of use of PEM particles works in this whole scenario.
It's kind of very fluid, like.
Yeah. How
Depends
much
on how the plot.
does PEM particles like? Does it matter how big you are, or how
Mhm.
small you are, or how many times you travel? Where did he go when he zapped into a wormhole and came back out a different age? Like, what did he see in there?
Why the long face? Let me guess, he turned into a baby.
We don't know why, because it never worked like that way up until this point.
It's the PEPR paradox. Duh.
Huh.
You should pay attention to your physics class, John.
I'm just saying, like, he was stuck in the quantum realm for 5 years, and it didn't make him turn old or young. Why would it do it all of a sudden?
Because they were doing something different with it. They moved time through the whatever thing.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Neither does your unfounded hate for this movie.
Oh, it's not unfounded.
Bring back what we lost, I hope. Yes. Keep what I found have to at all costs.
That's why I like Iron Man. He's just straight to the point.
Can we just agree
That
That
this
this is
movie
better
is
than Avatar?
not as good as Infinity War. Yeah. It's better than Avatar, but not as good as Infinity War.
lies? Fake news.
I missed it. When did he get the shield? Was that like at the...
In the Civil War.
Oh, yeah. The shield didn't break? He just dropped it?
No, it was scratched, but it wasn't break.
Honestly, I have to get out of the garage before Morgan takes the sled.
He just took it from...
He said, "That's don't belong to you. My dad made that shield," and he threw it down.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
Will you keep that a little quiet?
Yeah.
Didn't bring one for me. We are getting.
He's gonna think gate.
We're working on it.
Tacos.
This part is funny. There's an idiot on the lawn.
Well, it's not like they have signs up or anything.
Yeah.
That is the danger of tacos.
No, you just got a shell.
Yeah.
You just got a big chip.
Attention!
Awesome.
Careful under your tree. There's an idiot in the landing zone.
Again, why were you putting a landing zone that close to a building?
And they have special tech.
He really, like, he turned into a hippie. The Hulk is now the hippie Hulk.
Oh, yeah.
Although I'll do, like, the song.
Yeah. I do. Which, I mean, I guess they've always had a pretty good soundtrack ever since. Even Iron Man had a good soundtrack. But that being said, I feel like they really stepped up the game after Guardians.
Oh, yeah. Well, that and Thor, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They stepped it up after that, though. And then, of course, since all the movies prior... after.
Hey, have a little compassion, pal. First they lost Asgard, then half the people. They're probably just happy to have a home.
You shouldn't have come.
Valkyrie.
This is really weird.
Good to see you. Hey, big girl.
You got extra better either of the other ways.
Don't we all?
Yep, we miss him.
Good to see you. We only see him once a month when he comes in for supplies. Yeah.
Oh, you know, it's not a terrible life. Hanging out with your friends, playing video games.
He earned it, didn't he?
Right? I mean, he did kill Thanos.
Did anybody else kill Thanos?
That's right. No, I don't see you. No one else in this room killed Thanos. Did you kill Thanos?
Yes. I'm fat and I didn't kill Thanos.
You know what was hilarious to me is out of all the things that happened in any of the Marvel movies, I don't think I heard such a shocked reaction out of an audience as to when they revealed Fat Thor.
Yeah, people still talk about that.
Yeah, like he's like talk about fat shaming, dude.
I think he's a fat hero.
He is. He's still super strong.
Yeah.
He just got a belly. All those people are like, no, he can't be fat. I'm supposed to fantasize about him tonight.
I still do.
No. Noob master.
Noob master, hey, it's Thor again. You know the god of thunder? Listen, buddy, if you don't know about this game, I'm gonna fly into your house, come down to that basement you're hiding in, rip off your arms, and shove them up your butt. That's right, there's no cry to your father, you little weasel.
Love Cork. He's a beer opener.
Yes, fine, why? You look like melted ice cream. So what's up? I need your help. There might be a chance we can fix everything. Like the cable? It just has some time. Yeah.
Don't say that name.
Is it like Voldemort?
Scared. Why would I be scared?
You know, I think Thor is like the only one in this movie that actually has like a character development story.
I mean, he was kind of like the main character of Infinity War too. Besides Thanos. I mean, if Thanos would have died, he would have been like the main character. If he would have looked at it. Had the arc going to get in the thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm glad they never picked up that relationship. Oh, like what the heck?
Right? They
They
just
had a
kind of
whole
like
big thing.
left it dropped.
Yeah. I just loved in Ragnarok where he kept saying the line, "The sun's going down."
Yeah. Sun's getting real low.
How many calories does the God of Thunder have to eat to get fat? That's my question.
It's a good question. I would think he had like a super metabolism.
Right. I would think it had to be like over 15,000 calories a day at least.
At least that much.
Yeah,
He
'cause-
probably eats like that much just, you know, anyway. Like just,
Right. That's what I'm saying. That should be his normal because of the energy output that he.
Yeah,
I mean, the
to
calories.
be that strong, have that much
Right.
energy density. I mean, I guess if he's consuming that much plus a little more and not working out anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but his resting rate should be like.
But actually, this looks more like a Viking.
It's true. That's kind of how. That's more probably accurate to the mythological Thor than.
I mean, he may have been fitter, but still bulk.
Yeah.
You know, not as lean and abby. You know,
I just don't know why they added like
they could have just
clan.
They could have just done like, I don't know, right? Ninja Turtles, go!
If they would have had the Ninja Turtles on this, that's the only thing that I think could have made this movie better.
If
they would have just popped out and like they would have had "Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go!" Like,
it's actually a little
there.
disappointing to me that they didn't do a Ronin movie.
Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go!
Yeah, he might be my favorite part of this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. And then, well, imagine if they'd taken another year to actually make Endgame better, but did like a Ronin movie in between to show, or do like a movie to show like where everybody was at.
I don't get it. They're coming out with a Hawkeye show where he's like training his daughter on Disney Plus.
Yeah, everything's coming out of the show. Greedy jerks. Everything's going to TV series now.
Don't hate. Just buy the subscription.
No, I will not. I will never subscribe to Disney Plus.
Oh, it's such a lie. You're gonna have somebody subscribe for you.
Nope, it's not gonna happen.
The Mandalorian.
I'll never give in. He's a great actor. I don't know if you recognize him, but he's always like some really amazing stuff.
Oh, he was in I just watched that not too long ago, The Last Samurai.
Yeah.
He's like the guy that doesn't like him very much.
Beats the crap out of him.
Yeah. Put the sword down.
He does kind of look like Shredder right there.
Oh, or part of the Foot Clan at least.
It's like one of the generals.
Right.
And he has an awesome haircut too.
Right. He's been going to the barber like every day, but he's been
just
depressed.
like shaving just to.
This is all I like to do is get a perfect fade and kill people.
Well, you got to have a hobby, right? I mean,
I go there for them to wash my hair and shave.
I've only come to this country for two things: the perfect fade and to kill somebody. And I've already been to the barber.
Was it another barber?
It wasn't a more perfect fade than this.
Don't speak. I noticed what you're saying.
Oh man, going Gwen Stefani on him.
I'm sorry I couldn't get it to you sooner.
Oh, okay. But you were married.
Come on, don't be so crass. She's obviously talking about sex.
When did he get Ninja Turtle hands?
Yeah. Actually, this was like a trial run for her being the next, what's it? April O'Neil.
Yeah.
She's redheaded too.
Yes, she is. I like her better with red hair.
I like the Lebowski reference though.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now we're going to hear some more references to time travel movies.
No, you're being very hopeful. I'm being careful. These are Pym particles, right? Ever since Hank Pym got snapped out of existence, this is it. This is what we have. We're not making any more. Sorry. We got enough for one round trip each. That's it. No do-overs. Plus 2 test runs. One test.
Is it rain outside?
Yes, it is right.
I'm good. I'll do it.
Nice sleeve.
The man with the death wish and the perfect hair.
It's some pretty badass hair.
I'm jealous. Yes.
I kind of got that cut. I just
See,
wonder how I
here we
can
go.
style it like that.
Yep, just kill him as a baby. The Hitler argument.
We go back, we get the stones before Thanos gets them. Thanos doesn't have the stones.
That's at the deleted scene in Deadpool 2. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Oh god, this is harder than I thought it would be. Maximus.
See, here you go. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Basically, any movie that deals with time travel. Die Hard? No, it's not. I don't know why I said that. It's true. Think about it. If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future. And your former present becomes the past, which can't now be changed by your new future.
And now, after we've criticized every other time travel movie,
Let us screw it up ourselves.
that's right. Why do they need this big thing? And why doesn't he need it to get back?
And how does he know which turn to go down? I guess it's his desk computer.
But because apparently Tony Stark made a GPS for the quantum realm.
Oh, that's right. He did have the hand thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like the Apple Watch. The quantum realm.
You don't know what it does. You just know that you need it.
God, I went through space today, but I didn't make my walking.
I didn't get my steps
I
in.
didn't get my steps in.
What if it keeps running your steps backwards every time you go through time?
Son of a bitch!
I gotta walk even more now. How do they know where? How does it put him there though? Like, how did he not end up in like some other random place?
Maybe he wanted to go there.
No, how can they spick a spot? Like, how
Spick
does
a
that work?
spot. They can spick a spot.
Spick a spot. Spick a spot.
Spick a Windex.
All right, and here's the big first quandary. He doesn't return the glove, so this created an alternative timeline.
No, supposedly, if long as the thing does the thing, I don't know. It didn't make much sense. Dad.
No, okay. So he took a baseball glove. So now there's a timeline that exists that has no baseball glove at his house.
Well, he could have bought a new one. Didn't have to be.
But
the
that
exact
means
glove.
that means he's still like he would have had to go on to get a new glove, right? That alters causal events.
Now we got to figure out the when and the where.
You know, in the Big Bang, everything was the size less than an atom. Doesn't that sound less likely than this movie?
Were you there?
Literally everything.
Were you there?
Yes.
Technically, we all were.
Yes, everybody was there.
Stone's been in a lot of different places throughout history, our history. So, not a lot of convenient spots to just drop in. Which means we have to pick our targets. Correct. So, let's start with the ether. Thor, what do you know?
I love this spot.
Is he asleep?
Where to start? The ether. The first is not disturbed. Someone called it disturbing before. More of an angry sludge sort of thing. So something you stop saying that. Here's an interesting story though, about ether. My grandfather, many years ago, had to hide the stone from the dark elves.
He just called it a stone.
Scary being so Jane, actually. Asking Jane is an old flame of mine. She stuck her hand inside a rock this one time, and then the ether stuck itself inside her, and she became very, very sick, and so I had to take her to Asgard, which is where I'm from, and we had to try and fix it.
I love how he's like super into the story.
Yeah.
My mother. Oh, Jane and I aren't even dating anymore, so the only thing that is permanent in life is impermanence. Excellent. No, like Bloody Mary.
He really does have impeccable like comedic timing.
Will was a person. A planet like in outer space? Oh, look.
And I found the soul stone on Boromir.
What is Boromir?
Dominion of death. At the very center of
Everything
space
she
and
says is
existence.
just like over dramatic.
I swear. Thanos murdered my sister.
Dominion of death.
I like how she's like really beautiful, and they like cover her up the way they cover her up. Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah.
Thanos is terrifying. Apparently, all the thunder. Thor is. You looking at the weather?
Yeah.
Wait, he lived in New York?
Yeah, they are solid.
Guys, if you pick the right year, there are 3 stones in it.
What I like is the implication that this took them a long time to work this out.
Right.
That hold on a second.
He
Most
figured
of
out.
us live in New York.
He figured out time travel faster than they figured
I
out.
know, right?
We should probably call Captain Marvel. No, she's busy.
Yeah. No. I mean, we could really use like someone with like amazingly superpowers
Yes.
to make sure everything goes smoothly. Nah.
No. Probably not.
We'll just stick with us, you know, the crew of people who messed everything up. And
Even though we literally have a time machine, so we could wait as long as we needed to for Captain Marvel.
yeah, we don't have to do this right now because,
We don't have Captain Marvel.
yeah, time travel.
Actually, you know, we could leave a lot of these people at home if we just took Captain Marvel.
Yeah, we could actually just send one person at a time. And then we could preserve our PEM particles because we don't have to send everybody back in time. And doing it simultaneously doesn't really matter.
Right, because you can take it back in time or whatever time.
You just take as because it just took one guy to return all the stones, and yet it takes this whole crew of people to fetch all the stones at the same time, which leaves it open for mistakes to be made, which do happen, and ends up setting up for the final scene, which could have been avoided if they just consolidated into one group going, one small team.
Would have been near as cool.
Huh?
Would have been near as cool.
Yeah. I don't know what the mirror thing above there, the chandelier.
It's CGI.
It makes no sense. Yeah, it has no purpose.
I don't, have you ever built a time machine? How do you know what purpose it has?
How come they didn't need it in the van?
Because he didn't go back in time. He went to the quantum
He did
realm.
go back in time.
No, he was just stuck in the quantum realm.
Oh, that's right. But I thought it wasn't.
He just said time works differently.
Oh, okay.
He's like, what if we could control it? And that's what controls it.
Oh, I miss those Avengers. Oh, prepare for the next Hulk mocking joke. There's the best Hulk. Just pure rage. And then there's the pathetic joke. Hulk.
No one's going to recognize that Hulk is a different size.
Or, like, why is he doing it right now? No one's looking.
Yeah.
There's no need for him to, like, do any of this right now.
I think he's kind of being facetious.
For whose benefit?
The other people. And ours.
They don't have time.
Whoa. It's really pouring out. How's that?
Doctor Strange.
5 years too early. All right. I'm going to get the wine. What a good idea. So everyone's gone. I'm sitting here literally by myself watching this movie with you. Thor is like the best part of this movie. I don't know why. Why they couldn't have done better. Had more thought, more dramatic turns, less loophole exploiting. I don't know. Rocket seems to give this speech a lot to people. This is like the same speech he had in the first Guardians movie. We all lost people. Doesn't mean we have to cry about it. Seems really weird that they had this technology this whole time in this whole movie with the Dark Elves. There was a big deal about how to get the stone out of Natalie Portman's character, but yet they come up with this like really simple device. Classic. Classic banter. Where did they get the spaceship from? They didn't take a spaceship with them. Did they steal somebody's spaceship? Oh wait, they shrunk the spaceship, didn't they? Why do they have to do that? If they could just teleport them to any space in time, why don't they just teleport those two to that other planet?
I didn't ask for your help. In the end, you always need it. Get up. Father wants us back on the ship. He's found the Infinity Stone. Where? On a planet called Morak.
Did you talk enough for the both of us?
Kind of. Mostly just, wondering about things.
It's a long ass movie, so there will be ups and downs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned how, Thor's story is probably my favorite story in the whole movie.
Yeah. Thor's?
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
it still makes no sense that in Dark, was it the second Thor movie? They spent the whole movie trying to figure out how to get the stone out of Natalie Portman, and yet they invented this device. And how long?
Well, but he had already knew how to do it.
He didn't know how to do it.
Well,
they had to go to
Rocket Raccoon was smarter than they were.
Apparently, smarter than all the Asgardians put together. Did they shrink the ship? Is that how they got the ship with them?
Yeah.
Not this part, but the part
later they did.
Okay. That seemed like unnecessary because couldn't they have teleported them directly to the planet they needed to go to?
All right, what time are you talking about? Which time?
So they went to Morag, right? The
No, I think that was just like a secondary ship kind of situation. Oh, when they shrunk the ship to go to Morag?
They took because they landed. They were on Morag, where Guardians of the Galaxy started, right? To
Right.
Get the power
and they just
stone.
took like the whatever.
And they took the other ship to
Right.
go to that Death planet to get the Soul Stone, right?
Right.
So why couldn't they have just teleported Hawkeye and Black Widows directly to that planet where the Soul Stone was? Why did they have to take the ship with them? Because they obviously could just teleport them straight to Morag. Why couldn't they also teleport them straight to the Soul Stone? Why did they have to teleport them all four together and then two of them take the ship?
Don't know. What are you doing, Bella?
Making noise. The 2012 Iron Man. Oh, this is a great funny line. That's America's ass. And there's the bad guys that we should have known all along were bad guys.
Right. You couldn't tell. They look like bad.
They're literally bad guys in every other movie they ever played in.
I mean, even the TV shows have them as bad guys. It's a shame they could never work like any of the people from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. into the movies.
They look like bad guys. Remember we were asking how he got that?
Oh, yeah, that
in
mouth
other
thing.
commentary.
Yeah, yeah. Where did it come from?
He's like, why did they get the Hannibal Lecter thing?
Yeah, yeah. And there they do a flippant way of just showing, oh, yeah, this is where it came from.
Right. I like it.
Thor had it all along, and that's how he shut him up. No one's going to not notice Iron Man flying around while also not being outside.
I don't understand why he doesn't jump out of the building.
I don't understand, like, why he hasn't reverted back to Bruce Banner yet.
Because he's still angry.
But it's been a while. Like, you know, how long does it take for him to, like, revert?
I don't know. The sun hasn't went down yet.
They haven't come up with that yet.
Exactly. So it took him a while. I like the meme of this where it's like when you've played through this level already and know the cheat code or something like that.
Yeah.
I just got a call from the secretary. I'm going to be running points on the sector. Sir? I don't understand. We got word there may be an attempt to steal. Sorry, Jack.
An attempt to steal it.
Can't give you this. I'm going to have to go. That's okay. Trust me.
He knows the password.
It's funny that they came up with their own phrase so they avoid having characters say Heil Hitler.
Yeah.
No one knows the nonchalant guard.
I've got eyes on the prize. It is go time. Bombs away.
Is that Professor Emergency's rooms. Can you focus, please? Going inside.
Going inside.
May I ask you where you're going? Luncheon in Asgard. I'm sorry, you are? Peter Pierce is the man about the function in Imperial. My friends call me Mr. Secretary. I'm going to have to ask you.
You know, it's funny, they never mention this or how they managed to get past him with both the prisoner and the Infinity Stone.
Well, I mean, they are superheroes, and those guys aren't.
I know, but did that mean they fought him here? Did they like break some kind of treaty or something in this movie?
There was no treaty at this point. They probably just walked.
But there's an American. Like you beat up an American.
They didn't beat up anybody. They just walked right through them.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yes.
That's not what it looks like is happening right now. Look at this. This looks like a fight.
Get your hands off this clothes and pull my pin.
Oh wait, and here comes altered timeline number 2.
This is where the Loki series is going to pick up.
Right. And an entire alternate reality of, you know,
Him hopping.
him and the stone not being accounted for. So that means this timeline is going to be completely screwed. That there's going to be all sorts of bad stuff happen, right? Because that's what the, you know, Sorcerer Supreme says will happen if the stone gets taken away.
Yeah, but it's not out of this galaxy. It's still in this. It's still in this realm.
I guess so, but still, he has it rather than the people who need it.
Yeah, but no one had that besides Thanos. They gave it to him.
That was hilarious.
Let's see, they go back and get it from a different time.
Right. So this is a completely alternate reality now.
At this point, yeah.
I have eyes on Loki. 14 to 4. I'm not Loki.
Now Loki's way gone.
Don't want to hurt you.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't think it was weird when he's fighting an imposter that has his exact same shield.
I could do this all day. I know.
In other time travel movies, doesn't that cause like some kind of paradox?
Yeah, but those are bullshit. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Everything is bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't care if you're super strong. That's gotta hurt. How are they not cut up right now?
They're too beautiful to be cut up. Gosh, don't you know anything about Hollywood? You gotten weak, old man.
I mean, he's wearing the same suit and everything. Like,
yeah, they did that on purpose.
No, I'm saying is like, well, wouldn't this cause like some kind of crazy event? Because it's literally the same material touching itself.
No, he's not wearing the same suit.
It is the same suit.
He was wearing that thing, and it turned in. It's like those little whatever nanobots. Remember?
No, the nanobots go over the suit. He's wearing the actual same suit, just like the shield was the same shield.
Well, it doesn't.
Because everything else is bullshit.
Did I mention he picks up Thor's hammer in this movie?
Hasn't happened yet. Why does his ghost have to walk?
Well, why does Obi-Wan sit on a log if he's a spirit?
But he's just chilling. Like, he's actually like chasing this chick around.
Yes.
See?
Now this may benefit your reality, but my new one, not so much. In this new branch reality, without our cheap weapon against the forces of darkness, our world would be overrun. Millions would suffer. But tell me, Doctor, can your science prevent all that?
No. We can erase it. Because once you're going
Now, how does he start manipulating her?
Her projector?
Yeah.
So, chronologically,
Because he's a spirit animal.
in that reality, it never left.
I mean, it's already a 3-hour movie. Do we really want to explain everything?
But you're leaving out the most important part.
The plot holes of this movie.
Yeah.
In order to stones you have to survive.
We will. I will. I promise.
I can't risk this reality on a promise. It's the duty
But I thought you couldn't
of the
change past
sorcerer's supreme
events.
to protect the tiny stone.
But why the hell did Strange?
I thought that was his whole argument, was you couldn't change the past.
What did you say?
Strange. He gave it away. He gave it to Thanos. Yes.
He couldn't change your past, but you could change.
You can change the past, just not your own past. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying it would make it an alternate reality. Basically, that's what he's saying.
I think that's what they're all saying.
I almost read this like she made a mistake about Doctor Strange, but then she gives him the stone and says he was supposed to be the best of us. So I'm thinking.
Strange not to be the best of his.
I still don't like that they like destroyed all the stones, and so Doctor Strange no longer has the Time Stone. I mean,
Maybe he goes to a different universe.
that is supposed to be the Sorcerer Supreme like thing. Well, I mean, you're supposed to have the multiverse of madness coming up.
Okay. Our special guest is being extra non-special and leaving us.
This is a really long movie. I don't blame him. And we're talking through the whole thing.
Well, it's talk over movies.
Well, yeah, I should not work in the morning. So, like, should go home and honestly just like smoke a little bit, chill for a second.
I feel you.
So I can lay down.
Yep.
How we doing, man? Text me when you get back home. Let us know you're safe.
No more around my car, see my keys.
Hope you didn't lock them in there.
What?
Hope you didn't lock it in there.
Well, just buttons, so it should be fine. I just can't remember because I didn't have any pockets on my swim trunk. I'll wear those over.
All right.
Another nebula. I'm still like trying to figure out this one too. It's like they have like a
Because she's on a network.
so they have like amazing Wi-Fi. So it's like intergalactic Wi-Fi going on here, right?
Yes.
That her brain is syncing up from another part of the galaxy.
Because it's using the same network. Because
How far is this network straining though?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's
This
Thanos.
network is everywhere.
Apparently, it's like 18G.
So her brain uploaded to the cloud and overrid her former brain's
Yes.
files or something.
Apple is really taking over out
Yeah. I'm surprised this isn't like, some embedded marketing going on.
Do you really think Steve Jobs died? Come on. He went and worked for
Whoa.
Thanos.
Whoa.
Conspiracy theory.
The same nebula. Well, then we can call them two different.
He's very good at deductive reasoning right away.
Well, he's not a Titan for nothing.
He's a Titan for half of nothing.
That's right.
He's an Eternals race. He's just a mutant variant of that.
I thought they called them Titans.
I don't know. That's what supposedly in the comics he's like a mutant variant of the.
I mean, Thanos in mythology is a Titan.
Oh yeah.
That time when you get caught at 3 a.m. by your mom, just got the party on you still.
Oh God. I mean, I swear it was a YouTube video. I was watching YouTube videos.
She was raised by witches.
Found her keys, I'm guessing, right? There's another one in there for the road if you want it.
No. But, yeah, I'll see you. I'll text you when I get home.
All right, man. See you, bro. Be safe. Is there more storm coming later?
I mean, it looks like a little bit, but it was like it's patchy and stuff.
Scattered, you guys.
Yeah. I'll take care of it.
Peace. That's not creepy at all.
Oh, Lady Thor. Kind of surprised she's back, to be honest.
I think that's the only way they could get her back. It's like, we'll give you Lady Thor if you come back.
Well, I think too, though, it's like it is. I mean,
that her
it is
part.
the biggest movies in the world at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, her part wasn't really that essential. I mean, she was a love interest, and then she was a damsel in distress.
That's what I was saying. I think that's like you kind of said right at that point. That's probably how they got her back to say, hey, you're gonna actually be. You're gonna be somebody that
you're gonna be the powerful
that
character.
matters.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna be a MacGuffin.
MacGuffin. What a great word.
That rabbit.
Apparently, all Asgardians think that is what rabbits look like. I want to see what an Asgardian rabbit looks like now.
I love in you've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
Where he takes the donut. He goes, hey, that guy stole our donut. He stole a donut.
Yeah.
It's like the whole group.
It's a really weird, like, Oedipus story for him. He killed somebody else's father and hugs his mother. But I guess they couldn't get Odin.
Yeah.
He's still worthy.
I love this throwback.
Yeah, I like it because it does that awkward switch scene where
because it's like
no one else hears the music.
Right, because like it's like when you're like in your own head listening to the headphones and it sounds super cool and everything, and, then
And you're all slick, just dancing around and stuff.
yeah.
But someone outside is watching you, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous."
I just love that. Yeah. Oh shit. I hope they bring something back with him being with Celestial. I know that they kind of played it off as, oh well, that planet's destroyed, so but that didn't really make much sense to me.
Which one?
The fact that in Guardians 2 that like, oh, now the planet's gone, so you're no longer special, even though
your celestial heritage is
eradicated because of the planet,
because your dad's dead. Yeah, no, I didn't get that either. Like you have special powers except for when you don't.
Right.
It's a like great Terminator moment there.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Well, I mean, technically hers was literally like cut off of her and replaced on purpose.
Can't press a button, huh? You literally can't press a button.
You know what gets me though is that they had to press a button, but when Hawkeye did it, it brought him back forcefully, like by some exterior timer mechanism.
They gave him a timer. They said you're only going to be there. So
No, but like he couldn't stop it, right?
Well, I don't think he gave him the option to.
But why don't they have like an emergency timer on them? Say like no matter what, if you don't have like whether you have it or not,
Because they said it can take as long as you need it to because they're coming back at the same time. So if there was You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want that to be an extra strain of pressure and everything.
I'm not trying to stop something I'm already doing our time. I'm trying to undo something I've already done in theirs. I found them all. I won.
He is very huge.
Creepy hair swipe.
This is your future. It's my destiny.
Destiny. I am inevitable.
Thank you, Nora. Perhaps I treated you too harshly.
He's pretty chill for someone who just saw his own death.
He don't care. That's his mission.
Not yet.
$40 lashes.
And you have the chance
Still saying that's a hell of a Wi-Fi signal.
Like, could she have just pressed the button? Oh, because Barton. What? That does still make sense. Because Barton gets back on his own.
Yeah, I know. They she could have just gone back, and I guess she's trying to make sure to warn them.
I guess.
Because I guess if they didn't find her, they would have gone after them.
I guess. But they didn't know where
But
that stone
since
was.
they found them, but she has the memories, so they have her memories, so they know that they were going for the other stone. That's what she was worried about.
Oh.
You said to me about a shot. This was our shot. We shot it. It's shot. 6 stones or nothing. 6 stones or nothing.
yourself. You know that? You're repeating yourself.
You're repeating yourself. You know, no. You never wanted a time heist. You weren't on board with the time heist.
dropped the ball.
You ruined the time heist.
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
Are there any other options for the test?
No. There's no other options. There's no do-overs. We're not going anywhere else. We have one particle left. Each.
One particle.
That's it. All right?
How big is a particle?
Bye-bye. You're not going home.
Yeah, well, if we don't try, no one else is going home either. There's another way. Retake the Tesseract and acquire new particles. We'll strike out number 9. Military installation. First. When were they both there? They were there at a time. I gave the exact idea. How they.
What are you talking about? Where are we going?
I know for a fact they were there.
Who's they? What are they doing?
Looks like we're improvising.
What are we improvising?
How does he know? I mean, it was a top secret base.
Well, his dad worked there.
The dad didn't really tell him everything, though.
Well, he had Hydra's intel. Remember?
Captain, Steve. Sorry. America. Rogers. Look, do this. And it doesn't work. You're not coming back.
Thanks for the pep talk, Miss Ann. You trust me?
It's a pretty pointed insult there.
Make peace, not war.
Yeah. Enough said.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Stan. I miss you.
Right. Well, I'm at your shield.
Those some crazy looking eyeglasses for
Well,
the 1970s.
that's what kind of gives him away. The beard and the weird
Yeah, weird beard. I don't know, the beard kind of is, there's some style of that time that has a similar beard.
It's a hippie beard.
It's a hippie beard, yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh, you a hippie? She's hilarious. I don't know. Her as an actress.
This is 1970.
Yep.
I'm just wondering. I don't know if this is going to be controversial saying this, but I wonder. It shouldn't be because it's just historical.
You're historical.
No, I'm just saying, like in the 1970s.
Yeah, 78.
No, 70.
I said 78.
I thought it said 70. Because Make Peace Not War, that would have been Vietnam. 78 wasn't really Vietnam, was it? It was over before then.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, you saying no one said make love not war after Vietnam was over?
I'm pretty sure it's 1970.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Are you positive?
I can't rewind it, so I guess I'm not. I'm pretty sure.
So either way, what was your point?
Well, look at it. They're talking about hippies and everything. But anyways.
I mean, the hippies were around throughout the 70s.
Okay.
Hippies didn't stop. There's hippies today.
Granted, but there was a bigger thing in the 60s and early 70s.
And even into the later 70s.
That was more disco.
You're disco.
God, you're just... You're impossible. He looks surprised here. I don't know how he wouldn't have been surprised that it's going to be him. You know what I mean? Like, how far along is he? How wouldn't you know this?
Said she.
Yeah, but how far along is she? Like, how would he not know? He knows what date they went back to. He knows his age.
Well, maybe he doesn't know exactly what day they went back to. It doesn't really say how they control the time navigation stuff.
They put in the door. He said like June 4th, something.
Maybe he just didn't think about it.
Anyways.
Mungo Jerry. It's the thing with the people. That's a show I wish they kept around. Agent Carter.
Yeah. That was a really good show. But then how would she have married Captain America? You know? I had to cut it off before then.
Uh-huh. Well, it could have alluded to her having a secret love that she kept kind of hidden from everyone.
Yeah.
Still weirds me out. I'm sorry.
Well, weirds you out?
That he's the father of her kids.
Huh? And then he made out with her niece.
Was it her niece?
Yeah, that was her niece.
Oh, okay. That is
Or
still weird.
grandniece or whatever.
That would be his niece.
His grandniece did, yeah.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't necessarily be by blood from him.
No. Still creepy.
Oh, is it? Well, I thought we had a big conversation about if it
I
wasn't
didn't
blood.
say it wasn't creepy.
Oh, okay.
I said it's not illegal. There's a lot of parent reconciliation stuff going on. You know, parental advice, parental, stuff. All right, that's kind of weird.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's Jeeves.
It's Jarvis.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Except he looks nothing like Vision.
What's a different Jarvis?
It's supposed to be based on that Jarvis.
Yeah, well,
You're weak.
I'm nothing like you. You have a gold piece in your head. Mine is silver.
That's right. Apparently, in this universe, the younger version of you is always stronger.
Well, maybe she's just a little softer.
That's the point. Thanos is stronger.
Yeah.
Nebula is stronger.
Her hair color is stronger.
That's right. Yeah.
Twee had that color hair for a while, and I really liked it.
Whatever you say.
I did. I did like it. You disgust me. I just realized I watched this movie way too many times.
Yeah, and you still like it, huh?
I really do.
Oh, man.
Because I'm not so cynical like you. I am the
Oh, look,
optimistic.
now he has a PEM particle. A PEM particle.
There's a lot of PEM particles in there.
No, according to Ant-Man, they only had one to get where they were going and one to get back. So that should just be one PEM particle.
They made more. They had future technology. They could dissect it what it was.
Flimsy. Real flimsy stuff here.
I shall help the plot holes of this movie.
I like how everyone meets Red Skull except for the one person who actually knows who Red Skull is.
I'm an Endgame apologist.
Oh, yeah. You're going to defend the Endgame no matter what.
Right.
I still want to know why he floats.
Because he's upset. Oh, I hadn't watched. I want to watch like the commentary on like in the extras or whatever. You know, they actually have like the director. I think the writers in are on it too.
Oh, so they're actually going to try to explain themselves?
Well, they have the commentary is on or whatever. It's not. This isn't a disc, but it's in the extras or whatever. You know.
Oh.
And they talk. Supposedly, they talk about like they were saying, "Oh, well, does that mean Captain America would have to go back and talk to Red Skull?"
Yeah.
You know, and
Like,
they were like, "Well, yeah, I guess it would." Like they never even thought about it.
Oh my goodness! That's why I wanted that to be a separate movie. I wanted to see Captain America: The Returning of the Stones or something like that.
No.
That'd be hilarious just for him to like see Red Skull and start punching him before Red Skull's like, no, wait, I'm just here as a guide.
Rogers, son of, I don't know.
Yeah. That's awkward. You just How long you been standing there going, how's it going?
Don't you like how like Nebula knew this had to happen, but she just like didn't mention it. She's like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Send
I guess
those
she
two
just
to-
like left it as a for them to figure it out on their own.
Yeah, no.
It's like, so yeah, so you kind of
So one of you are
going
going to come back, and I don't love anybody, so peace.
Somebody has to die. What a messed up stone. And this stone doesn't even do anything.
It's a soul stone.
It completes the set. That's what it does.
Yeah, but we don't know.
This is a story of like avid hoarders. You have to kill yourself to complete the set.
Yes. It's some hell of a Pokemon card.
It has no use. It has no function. It gives you no ability or power.
Yeah.
But it completes the set.
Well, I have to beat this gym, even though this gym doesn't matter. Because I have to have this stone.
You're blocking my path for no reason at all.
I know in the comics it does stuff like that's what a lot of people like speculated before this came out that the souls were going to be in the soul stone or something. And stuff.
So, actually, what they're really saying is that one female character had to die for the other female character to survive.
Right.
Because the only way we keep Zoe Saldana is if...
That's so wrong.
Well, it's what they did. They brought it upon themselves.
No, she played a strong role as a...
I'm not saying she didn't play it. I'm saying they wrote it poorly.
What? This part was not written poorly. This was acted and delivered perfectly.
Whatever. You're like, oh, the scene itself, sure.
Right.
But like the concept and the plot, this could have been avoided. They didn't have to do this.
What do you mean? Somebody had to die? It had to be one of the people that loved each other.
Oh, sure.
Right?
I'm saying like this whole concept of them going back in time and collecting stones didn't have to be the way they settled this.
Well, no, but I mean...
So they brought
it was
upon
a
themselves.
way. Supposedly it was only one of 14 million that would have worked.
I want to see the other options. I want Doctor Strange to tell me all the other options.
How about the option where they take the glove off of Thanos?
Yeah, where they hold Quill back and be like, "Shut up, dude. Let us get this glove off first."
Right. Which apparently he would have been still ridiculously strong, if not stronger. Probably just beat the heck out of him and took him back.
But someone could have slipped their hand in it and snapped their fingers and dissolved Thanos.
Yeah, but then they died too. They maybe didn't know that at the time. They didn't have a glove.
Yeah. It could have been Tony Stark. And we could have gone...
That glove was too big for him. The other glove was
he had
made
his
by
Iron
him.
Man glove. His Iron Man glove could have, like, matched itself inside of it because he had the nanotech stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but he didn't know how it worked. He didn't know he could snap his
I don't
fingers
think the
and do
people
that.
who wrote this know how it works.
Well, you know.
This feels very made up as they went along kind of thing.
That's how all stories are.
No, there's some people that actually think through their plots.
Whatever. They've made a 23 movie cycle or whatever it is.
Well, not all of them all by themselves. Different people wrote the different movies.
Right, but Kevin Feige's put a lot of it together.
Like he didn't, but I'm saying he didn't plot the entire thing.
No, he had plot
And by the
points.
like they knew it was coming to this point. They had 10 years to come up with this ending. It felt a little rushed, is all I'm saying.
Rushed?
They got to the end, it was like, oh crap, we forgot to write the ending. Let's hurry up and get this done.
You're so unsatisfied.
I'm just saying, you had time to think of how you wanted this thing to end.
And it worked.
And this is the way it came to. You didn't lead up to any of this. You didn't like foreshadow it in movies earlier or
They
anything.
did foreshadow a lot of it.
No, they foreshadowed the stones and they foreshadowed the Infinity War.
And they foreshadowed that Tony Stark would be the one to end it all.
How'd they foreshadow that?
Well, that's why he was having dreams of him, and that's why Thanos in Infinity War only tried to kill him. He didn't go after killing anybody.
But he didn't know he was going to be the one to win.
Maybe he did. He said he knew of Tony Stark.
No.
So maybe Tony Stark had been bothering.
So are you
his
saying the
memory, too.
timeline Thanos came from in Infinity War, actually this happened already?
No.
And even though he died
No,
and
but
lost,
maybe
he remembered Tony Stark?
Maybe he would had dreams that Tony Stark could mess and foil. Not just like he was
That's
having
really
dreams.
shaky. That's like the wand lore at the end of Harry Potter. That sounds really made up.
Well,
just to fill in some really flimsy plot.
Yes, so the Master Wand belongs to the person who might have.
It belongs to the person who de-wanded the person who de-wanded the person who de-wanded the guy who had it.
Who didn't have it in the first.
Yeah, who didn't ever touch it.
Whose wand is that? It's my wand.
I don't know. It makes no sense.
It sounds like Roland was a Roland.
It's great how they have Thor, express the idea that everyone else has just so they can be like, no, that's not how this works. She's dead. Dead. Even though the Nebula death is undone. I mean, the Gamora death is kind of undone now.
Somebody else would have to go back and die. Either way, it would be the same.
But that's a different timeline.
Well, so somebody else would have to go back and give up their life just to get her back. To get the stone, because they still need that stone. I don't like talking to red guys.
His hair is still impeccable.
It's awesome. It's supposed to be me, but instead I went to the barber again.
I was in despair. I had to fluff.
For the third time this week, I went to the barber.
He really hated that bench.
Yes.
Does not match the rest of the spear.
It's throwing up the flux way.
I said I wanted Hulk. Science montage. Really sad, dramatic montage. So why is the Reality Stone now a stone? Why isn't it still like a angry sludge? Somehow
it turned into a stone, apparently. Because Thanos had it as a thing.
Hey. Classic Rocket.
Like they hadn't been discussing this the whole time.
Right. I was disappointed because I was kind of expecting Tyrion to make them another gauntlet, since they had like the mold of the gauntlet in the first movie. They showed it. He's the one that made the gauntlet.
Yeah, but they only had enough of that material to make that one thing, remember?
But that was in the previous timeline.
Is that it? Because, I mean, they're Infinity Stones. There's going to be a lot more energy than that.
God, there's so many fat jokes in this movie.
I don't know. Because I literally don't do anything else in this movie. I don't fight. I'm not even the Hulk.
I'm barely good at exposition.
And apparently my arm is going to be messed up, even though I have special healing abilities, and I should be able to cut off my arm and let it regrow.
I was made for this.
We're family. Just turned into Fast and the Furious. That's right, you hadn't seen that many of this.
All right. Let's have some fun with some really impossible stuff.
Like the
you know what's even more ridiculous about a quantum realm wormhole? A giant ass spaceship coming through a quantum realm wormhole.
Yes.
Why are they standing there? Like, couldn't they go out to a field or something?
They could, but they're all interested.
Wouldn't you want to go outside, like get some space?
Why did it like?
Don't they have like a nuclear testing ground or something?
Why didn't it like knock out Thanos? I mean, like, well, when that happened with Thanos, nothing like there was no impact around it. I guess they just don't know what it's going to
Oh,
happen.
that's right. It's almost like we're just making this crap up. And
Well,
saying,
I
oh,
guess-
this time we're going to have a huge blast.
Well,
That destroys everything.
It wasn't a blast. Nothing happens as far as the blast goes. The blast doesn't come till Thanos wrecks the place. That doesn't make much sense either. That's a big plot hole.
The power of Rainbow Bright. Which plot hole?
Well, that he puts it on, it's so hard for him, but at the end, Tony Stark puts it on. It's like I am Iron Man. It clicks it really fast.
It doesn't affect him the same way.
Yeah, even though it should. I mean, it does kill him, but
after the snap, right? It doesn't seem to affect him when he puts it on.
Well, he uses it. I mean, granted, he snaps too.
Yeah, right there.
And
Like
lives.
what the heck? Say nobody noticed the giant ship crash through the building.
Well, it was turning up big as it came out.
It still crashed to the ceiling. Like the ceiling.
Well, they were in lockdown mode.
They still would have felt it.
Maybe they wouldn't
The
have.
thing destroyed half the building.
Just the top roof of that one place. It's a big building. I think it worked. Also, here's a question. Why does he still have the same cell phone number? Like, he never gave up his cell phone when he was, like, running around.
No, and apparently people have just been keeping the cell networks going.
Yeah.
Just keeping them up.
I guess half the cellular towers didn't go down. Which is another thing. I bet you get a lot better signal.
Yeah, the network's not crowded anymore.
Right. I mean, I'm assuming everybody gets unlimited data for really fast. Rut-row, Raggy. Yeah, I don't see how they survive that.
I don't see how he had enough time to
I don't see how
change anything to survive that blast.
I don't see how Ant-Man keeps like switching sizes, even though they're not supposed to have any more particles.
Yeah, I thought he was out of pin particles.
Which I guess they went back and got a lot of them. So maybe he has.
So they didn't give any to him.
How do we know?
I don't know. They didn't say it. If they didn't say it in the movie, it didn't happen.
Oh, that's true.
It's called lazy writing.
Spider-Man lifted a bigger rock than that. Just kidding. Spider-Man is pretty crazy strong.
I'm still wanting to know like how they coordinated everybody.
It was Wong.
Come on.
He did one of those open portal thing. Wong, get the group together, and then he closed the portal.
They wouldn't have just like come out already right there and then like join them.
No,
on
they
Earth.
had to get together.
They can't like. That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't Doctor Strange go ahead and leave that planet?
Because
why does he wait until the very end?
Because if he just
to
would have
leave the
showed
planet?
up. First off, it was 1 out of 14.
They're there
million.
right
He
now,
knew when
right?
he had-
Everyone's alive now.
They're alive.
Right? Why aren't they back on Earth?
They're coordinating everybody together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why didn't he like go ahead and go back to Earth? Go back to like his hideout in New York. Talk to Wong and everybody else from his place. He stayed on the alien planet until the very end. Why? Why did he stay on the alien planet for the next
maybe
45 minutes?
He was probably having to explain to them, hey guys, like...
You couldn't have
it's
done that
been 5
easier
years.
from Earth? When you're just like, hey guys, let's hop over to Earth real quick. We'll get this thing going.
No, they would have been like, why go back to Terra? I don't understand. It was probably trying to explain it to Drax, and that took a while.
No, he just been like, all right, let's go, and just zapped
You
him.
just find reasons to complain for no reason.
I'm just saying, like, there's other, like, why wouldn't he have done it? Why are they just hanging out on a desolate planet?
Did you hear
by themselves?
Did you hear the music when everything opened up and all of them came out at once? It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they could have done that, but why was he on that planet? Why wasn't he just already back at Earth?
This part's about to be legit.
See, there's still, like, all this time right now that this is going on. He could have taken all of his crew back to Earth. They could be in New York grouping everyone together.
Maybe he went back to New York and went back to that planet so that you could have a cool backdrop. Maybe you just Photoshop that in.
For dramatic tension. It was like,
Right.
why are we staying here, Doctor Strange? For dramatic tension.
Yes.
Kid, for dramatic tension.
Because it's going to look a lot cooler.
Yeah. Wait, trust me, this will be better for our fan. You know, it'd be like Deadpool and start talking about the audience that's not really there. So they went from like, oh my goodness, everyone's back, to, oh my goodness, there's a giant ship in the sky.
Right.
Are you saying nobody was working?
Well, she's like a queen or whatever.
No. I'm talking
Princess.
about at the Avengers base. Was there nobody working at the Avengers base that got zapped out at the snap? Wouldn't they have appeared? And then immediately died?
Maybe only the Avengers work there, and they have a cleaning crew that comes in at night.
I'm saying, wouldn't.
Well, it wasn't night when he snapped, so they woke up.
You sound like old Superman from Scott Pilgrim. The dust lady, she cleans, but it's Friday, so she doesn't work on the weekends. So she'll be back on Monday when she dusts. But you'll be dust.
No, because it's a weekend.
That was a great moment.
I love that movie. I hated it didn't do as well, which I mean, didn't need a sequel. It was a contained story. It was like all the manga, I think.
Yeah, it was the entire, like they could go back and do like an animated series or something of it, and it would be really good.
Yeah, they could have they could have spread a lot out and added
Yeah,
a lot.
it's still a good movie. I think they could go, because there was stuff
Manga.
he didn't finish the manga until after the movie was out,
Right.
and so there was like stuff he did in the comic that would have been really cool.
Manga was good.
Yeah.
I need to read more mangas and more graphic novels in general.
You should read One Punch Man. It's hilarious.
It's a show, yeah.
Yeah,
too.
well, it was a manga first.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's one of the best. Here's my favorite part. Thor spruces himself up.
Yeah, fixes his beard with lightning.
The thing is, he has two
But he's fat.
all-powerful weapons,
That's what
and
changes.
he's the god of lightning.
That's what I'm saying. He has to be stronger in this one. It had to be that he was weakening himself with the stones. That's the only thing that really makes sense to me.
I know, but they never said that.
No, they should say it.
That's what I'm saying,
They
like
should have said
they're
that.
like there's no reason
They
why
should
you shouldn't like
explain that.
think of that.
They should have kind of explained that. That's not a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would have been super easy to explain.
A line.
Right. They could have been a line of, "Oh gosh, these stones have weakened me so much, but I still have these stones," or whatever. You know, I can still use their power. Something. You know,
Something. I don't know.
You can write better dialogue than that, but something of that.
Something
Of
just
a
to
fit.
get, just be like, all right, yeah, okay.
I'm stronger now. There's a reason.
Yeah, when you carry a stone, it's a burden and it weakens you.
Right.
Even though it also gives you ultimate power to control and destroy things.
Right. It weakens your physical prowess, but you have stones to do
But then you can also destroy entire planets.
with the stones. But the stones do that. You don't.
Stones you've collected for me. Create a new one. Teeming with life. It knows not what it is lost.
But also, Thor isn't as strong here. It's apparent. You know, he wouldn't be, or he's not.
Yeah, he skipped his a couple of days at the gym, so
Yeah.
he's not as strong as he normally
He
would be.
missed Tybo.
Apparently.
That's it. I'm gonna buy a total gym or whatever it is. I'm gonna buy a.
Yeah. I think I still want to like see hope they have a scene in Guardians, the next Guardians movie with Thor there. Like,
Oh, them.
yeah, Star-Lord and Thor working out together,
Yeah.
trying to shed some pounds.
Well, I think that they actually will probably make an appearance in the Love and Thunder because it comes out before.
Does it?
Yeah,
My goodness. Yeah, they'd have to then.
I would think.
because
he's with them. Like that's
Right
if
now.
they're gonna pick up.
yeah, right now he's with them.
As long as they don't like change that in one of the TV shows between now and then, where only people with Disney Plus will know what's happening.
They, to my knowledge, they're not having like anything with it. Wouldn't have any of those characters in it. He is such a bad A.
He is. My goodness. They should have. They should have given him. They should have given Black Widow their own movies by now.
They are now.
No, they're giving them a TV show.
They're giving Black Widow.
They're giving Black Widow a movie and him a TV show.
TV-ish. It's like a miniseries. It's gonna be like 8 episodes. It's been
Right.
Stranger Things. All these are budgeted like movies, by the way. They're gonna be super high quality stuff.
Well, yeah. I didn't expect anything less.
Good. So you should pay for Disney.
No,
Plus.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
We'll see.
They're not getting me on it.
We'll see. You
Tyrannical fascists with their content controlling.
Fascists. They're that's
Yes, accurate. Thank you.
corporate America at its best. Hey, that's what we're in. We're in a capitalistic society. You can't hate them for doing what they're doing right. They're creating entertaining work. That's
And I'm not going to pay for their entertaining work as long as they, stronghold it and refuse to let me actually own what I buy and pay for.
Yeah, but that's not going to exist in the future. Period. That's just because it's so much. They don't sell enough for them to keep packaging everything, shipping stuff.
And whose
to
fault
ship
is
it
that?
Back.
It's their own doing.
I guess.
I like how he built that just for that purpose.
Oh no, it's just maybe I don't know.
There's no other reason to have that feature on the suit unless Thor is standing right behind you.
Well, yeah, but it's a nano suit, right? So it can do whatever it wants.
So he just designed that on the fly.
Yeah, he just literally said, "Hey, I'm going to open this up, and you shock me."
That sounds really weird. Hey, buddy, I'm going to open this up. I want you to shock me, okay?
Not now. We're fighting Thanos. Oh no. Ooh. See, how does he stop it?
Apparently, he's worthy too.
Or maybe he's just.
Maybe he should have been like, oh my goodness, he can grab my axe. He's worthy.
Which I guess it's kind of like Kate Blanchett. She wasn't worthy, but she's like on that level or whatever.
She's just so strong that.
Which he did used to be hers, so I don't know.
God,
it's the best part.
Oh my goodness, the part everyone knew was going to happen, but it still caught us by surprise.
He knew it.
Those one guys with that one fan theory about Captain America faking not being able to pick it up.
See, this part I don't understand. Not here.
How the shield came back to him,
Well, yeah.
even though he just smashed it with a hammer.
Well, I love in Civil War where they say it's Spider-Man's like, that thing does not work with physics at all. I don't understand why he doesn't just keep doing that move. Why does he go in?
Well, what gets me is like he's not the god of thunder.
No. That's the spell. Remember, anybody who is worthy of this hammer shall be endowed with the powers of Thor.
Oh, that's right.
That's
that's how Lady Thor's
going to get it too.
Can do that. Yeah. But Thor himself can wield lightning without the hammer.
Correct. Because he's not the god of hammers.
So we have the metal that is stronger than the strongest metal in the universe.
Strongest metal on Earth.
Oh, what's the strongest metal in the universe according to MCU then?
Apparently Thanos.
So whatever Thanos' sword is made out of.
Correct.
Not vibranium.
Yes.
That's what we had this conversation for. What's stronger, vibranium or adamantium? They're
Supposedly,
supposed to be like made out of the same stuff.
They're
right?
similar, but like vibranium is more of a flexible version of it, and adamantium is more of a like a rigid version.
Yeah.
But they're both like made out of the same stuff. Dude, Josh Brolin is such a badass. And they all get sucked up in the black hole that they created coming through.
That's right. The giant, massive.
But would the black hole be here or in the other universe? That's the question. Because they went small and through the wormhole.
That's true. Yeah.
So it could have just been created there.
Yeah, and they would have never made it through. It would have just stopped where they were.
Well, if they were that close to the horizon, we don't know. Because it could have been small at that time too. The black hole would have been small at that time. It would have been ate up anything else, and it wouldn't have been created from a big star. So it would have been a small black hole, theoretically, right? Because there's micro black holes that we think of, or we would think
Maybe.
possible. There's possibilities that there are.
Either way, it just is ridiculous.
Right.
Oh, here comes the cavalry. The moment that.
But that
it
shot
supposedly makes the past 2.5 hours worth it.
it already is worth it.
They should have just skipped the past 2.5 hours, just come straight to this, and not explained any of it.
We should just made the commentary of the last.
Yeah, no.
We might edit this.
Cut the first half of this movie off, and just jump straight into like them fighting in this battleground, and
just
not
has
explain to anybody how they got here.
Or it just has like a 3-minute flashback. Could this happen? This happened.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
happened.
Yeah, all the funny parts.
Just like literally them explaining it.
Yeah.
Who could? Oh,
With like a
it could have been
voiceover,
no.
like a.
It could have been the dude from Ant-Man, the guy who explains things. Like, here's what happened. You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That would have been
telling a story. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
See, why are they still on that planet? There's no reason. It's been like 3 hours since they've been alive.
It's obviously a green screen.
I know it's a green screen. They're not actually on the planet. I know how movies work.
No, that's how Doctor Strange did it. He set up a green screen.
Fake news. Fake news.
Don't believe what you're seeing here.
That's right.
Oh, it's so cool. Dude, this is just so out of a comic book that you just never think you would see something like this.
Where did she get her horse back from? Her Pegasus.
From the Pegasus store. I don't know.
They never showed it in anything before this moment.
And they had paintings of it and stuff, right?
Well, but she never had it in Thor Ragnarok.
We don't know that.
She didn't. She would have fought with it.
Maybe.
Where did it come from?
Where did it go?
Look at that impossible.
She probably got it with it. She didn't disappear. She might have had it within the last 5 years.
Why didn't it show at the beginning of the movie then?
Because she wasn't on a horse.
She could have showed it in the background, just chilling.
Why?
Why not? Why? Oh, why? Because it would have explained everything. It would have been like, no.
Explain everything.
We just have magic Pegasi just show up out of nowhere.
But we do know that they rode Pegasus. It was in Ragnarok that they
rode
Pegasus.
But she didn't have one other than in the flashback.
Yeah, but
like, where did that one come from?
We don't know if they came from Asgard. They could have came from any place.
But they didn't take one off Asgard.
Well, it could have came from anywhere. There could have been a planet of Pegasus.
Well,
horses.
why didn't they show it somewhere?
Because it's a 2-hour and 50-minute movie.
It would have been a background detail. They could have literally just showed it behind her.
Okay, we're really missing
while the Hulk
I like how
was
we're
talking to her.
I like how we're fighting the most.
I'm just saying, there's no explanation of where that horse comes from.
You know what there is?
It just
no,
appears
you
out
know
of
what
nowhere.
there's no explanation
It appears out of nowhere.
You know what there's no explanation for?
Why he can do that?
No, why the Hulk is not there.
Yeah, the Hulk.
The Hulk does not have any moment.
Drax he was running. Moment. He was running with the group.
Yeah, yes, he never fights anybody.
I know, that's true.
That just pisses me off.
I know. They sidelined him. They mistreated the Hulk.
They completely mistreated the Hulk. This is some bullshit.
I know. It's ridiculous.
No,
you take the little one. Blah blah blah. Ha ha ha.
It was.
We're killing people. Isn't it hilarious?
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious. Oh, this is such a cool part.
Spider-Man. That still wouldn't have worked right there.
Yeah,
Ant-Man was not that heavy.
He would have been very light.
Got all dusty. That's what it is. He made it sound like they woke up and then immediately came back.
Right,
but it's been like in movie time at least like 20 minutes since the snap.
Right, but he could have said he didn't finish. He said started doing that yellow sparkly thing he wanted, and then he talked to Wong, and then
okay, whatever.
He obviously didn't finish the sentence for a reason.
No, okay. Captain Cover Up over here. Isn't it wonderful when you meet the love of your life who
And
doesn't
she
remember who
kicks
you
you
are?
in the balls.
Yeah. That's what all my girlfriends do. Oh, it's been so long. Oh God. Oh, you missed the first time.
You got both. I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to put up an interesting, like,
Yeah.
if Thor's with them next time. And
Yeah. Even Falcon takes
Right.
down a massive dude.
Where's the
and
Hulk?
the Hulk is nowhere to be seen.
Right.
There he is. He's in the background right
but
there.
wait. But he didn't.
He was behind him. He was.
But they didn't
see
have
right
a-
there. He's punching somebody right there.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
hey!
See? Couple lines talking about where the thing
That's
is.
weird.
That's it.
I don't even remember that, but still.
That one thing. He does that one thing.
I guess it was
They show him punching a guy. That's
Yes. So unmemorable.
Oh yeah.
Because he didn't have a
I
moment.
love how that van still magically is not destroyed in all of this wreckage. Like literally everything is desolation,
But
except the van.
You would understand something else. Like, where did they all get earpieces?
Yeah. When do they all sync up?
Yeah. Like, when did everybody get on this frequency?
Yeah, right.
What did they do?
On top of her magic horse that came from nowhere.
Well, that's not as hard to explain.
What?
If I tell you how they did it, it won't happen.
All right. Got to do some wartime soldering here, guys. Hot wire. Let's hot wire a time machine.
Hot wire time machine.
Saya. Alrighty. Time for hot potato.
Yeah.
Pass it to me. Pass it to me. I'm open. I'm open.
I think it's racist that they give him all the football moves, make him juke. I mean,
Actually, it does kind of look like, you remember the game Blitz?
yeah, I know. That's holy shit. It looks just like Blitz.
Exactly. He's playing Blitz right now.
That's awesome.
Wrestling moves
I would
with football.
totally play Black Panther Blitz.
Oh, wouldn't we?
That would
all?
be like the best.
Or
game.
just call it Marvel football.
Yeah. Oh god. And you like played levels like this.
Yeah.
Oh dude, I want a game like.
Now we should like take a game out of Blitz and just reprogram it to look like this in-game fights. You don't know who I am? You will.
Or just voice over it.
Yeah.
While playing Blitz.
Yeah. I like how she almost kills him.
Scarlet Witch is supposed to be a beast. She's
No,
like,
the Beast is a beast.
whoa,
But he's not in it yet because the X-Men haven't been introduced.
right.
Insta-kill activated. It's the only time Spider-Man's cool to kill somebody. Is in the
When
middle
they're
of...
disembodied. Yeah, she could kill him.
Same she doesn't. I mean, it would be a great ending right here. I mean, he does kill Vision. Our troops.
Very obedient.
I'm about to die here. Your lives are not as important as mine.
Yes. Umbrellas of
That's another guy I like, Benedict Wong.
boot umbrellas.
Wah! We are protected. Oh no, the dam went out.
Damn it.
I don't know if it was a dam there. It was just like...
That was a damn pun.
Yeah, it was a damn pun. The damn good pun. Oh my goodness.
If you've listened to this point, you're probably still listening.
Yeah.
And then
You're a trooper. Oh my goodness.
that's where our retention rate's going to go drop off at the damn pun.
I got you, kid. Cool Pegasus. Where'd you get it?
Oh, I went to the Pegasus store.
That's right. Have you seen the Unicorn Store? The Brie Larson movie with Samuel L. Jackson?
Uh-uh.
It's on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's interesting. It's quirky. It's a quirky movie.
Huh. Is it recent?
Yeah. She directed it. I can't remember if she wrote it or not.
Oh, he loves the tree.
All right. You remember that time when we dismissed the most powerful person in the entire MCU?
Yeah.
We did it just for this moment, guys. Dramatic effects. Of course she's Irish.
It's crazy, like how OP she is, overpowered. It's just she, like she.
Yeah, if we just invited her before we started time traveling,
Yeah, that's true.
we could have avoided all of this.
Maybe they lost that pager.
But still, like you said, they could have waited another 5 years. It wouldn't have been taking that long, right? Been like, maybe it takes her a year to get back in touch.
Why did they just send me 800585? Oops.
Immature.
Jerks, I'm not coming back until the end.
I'm not sure I'm crazy about her haircut. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind it short. It's just like that style is kind of weird to me.
Yeah. So you like it on Hawkeye, but you like it on her.
No, like Hawkeye's more like
Yeah, I know,
straight up
Hawkeye's
kind of
cool.
like, hers is
It's
more
a
like
fade.
a poof kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I'm not a big fan of it, but I think that's more how she.
It's like the styling of it. It's like
This
the
is-
shortness is not the problem. It's like
I just wish that. I mean,
Stop.
I understand. I get the issue, the point of this. Like, you know, what I
no,
mean? Like
this
the
was
significant-
coordinated. They said, hey, if we're ever gonna have an end of the world scenario, girls,
Right.
we're gonna have to take a moment and team up with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No guys can be allowed right here. No
was
guys
just-
can help Captain Marvel get through this crowd.
Yeah.
It has to be just the women.
right?
No,
Like,
we're
look,
not a big team. This is not unified here. It's women.
I don't
versus men.
care that they.
No, I
they're
no,
doing, you know
for
what
the
I'm saying?
movie's sake,
It
we
was just-
understand.
It was just so blatant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
just
we have to make it obvious.
right. It's like
That's Marvel's play. Is they,
yeah.
you know what? We're gonna make up for not giving any major female characters their own movie
except for Captain Marvel.
until the very end
Yeah,
by having them have this like
yeah,
2-minute sequence.
yeah.
Not even that really. It's like a minute, maybe a minute and a half at best, of all the female characters together. Race for it. That's a big dude. How did he just like shove him like that?
Who shoved him?
Iron Man.
Because he's in the suit.
Oh, that's true. I guess. Makes me think of Raiden. You remember that? Mortal Kombat? Finish it.
I like Raiden. I'd actually like
Oh,
the
yeah.
name.
That was like a classic character.
But I like the name Raiden. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind like naming, if I had a boy, naming it Raiden. I don't know if it would get picked on for that or be liked for that.
I mean, there's worse names out there.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool name.
I have the power. No, that's
She has the power. But I like how even though she's stronger, like brute force, he's a better fighter. Uh-oh. You know what it reminds me of? Super Smash Brothers.
yeah. That's...
KO.
KO.
I wonder if that's like the first time she's got her ass kicked. You know what I mean?
Like really.
yeah.
I don't
Like,
know.
what would that do to her? Will it
The
humble her
one
at all?
way.
He's thinking about it, and he's like, "Oh God, I want to do it. I don't want to." The old Robin Hood trick,
That's right. Nanoparticles.
and he has them in his teeth. He smiles.
And he clicks his tongue. That would be more epic. Like, and that ends everything. Or he winks or something. You know, make it something else other than
Yeah.
that. It kind of affects him there. It doesn't go up the side of his face like it does the others. Just
Oh,
going
yeah,
up the
there it is,
shoulder.
right there. It's going up his neck.
I heard he didn't want to say this. Like Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to say
Really?
this line. He thought it was too cheesy or something.
I don't know, but it worked.
I mean, I could see where like a different.
Like I
line
think
would
it's
have
I
been-
could see it on script, looking goofy, but like in the way it worked out, it was delivered awesome. You know what I mean? On paper, I can see that being a super cheesy line, but
Sure.
here, you know what I mean? Like I could see reading that be like, "I'm inevitable. I'm Iron Man. I don't want to do that." But then, as it worked out. After this, I
All
want
right.
to watch some of those. You want to watch some of those like deleted scenes? I mean,
Yeah,
not
maybe. I
record
mean,
it.
after like the next 30 minutes of ending that we
Ending,
have to get
Endgame.
through here.
But we don't have to stay through the credits because all they do is go ding, ding, ding.
Are you sure they didn't put the new end credits from the re-release in this?
I think that's in the extras.
They didn't put it in the actual movie.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Because they have the tribute to Stan Lee and everything like that. It's in the extras.
Well, it took him a long time to turn to dust.
Yeah, well, big dude.
All right. Now the moment where everyone starts tearing up.
Was pretty intense.
The one who started it all.
A lot of people think that, or I've heard people saying like, "Mark my words, maybe it won't be 2 years, maybe it won't be 3 years, but in 5 years he's gonna be back." Yeah, it's possible with that multiverse. Like, oh, we went to a different multiverse, and now he's here again.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Hashtag bullshit.
Unless they like bring him back as like a hologram or something. Like
Yeah, leave it at that.
they bring Robert Downey back.
Help me, Iron Man. You're only.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man's the new Iron Man now, right? That's how.
Yeah.
That's how it works out.
That's what he's trying to do. I can't be Iron Man. You're right. You can't. You don't have near his charm and wit.
I'm still waiting for the Deadpool Spider-Man movie, though.
Oh, that's not gonna happen. But I wish it did. I think they're keeping them under the banner of Fox just so they don't
Because
confuse.
of the R rating and all that.
Right. Which that kind of begs the question about Blade, because Blade seems like it needs to be a rated R, but thinking big term, like I wouldn't ruin my brand that's kid friendly ish and throw that into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't.
I mean, but that's how the comics work. I mean, eventually you say, all right, look, they have storylines that are more for
Right.
older audiences.
But they
and
can
have storylines that are
keep
more
that
for younger
around
audiences.
Fox. They can keep that through their Fox banner and not have it.
So Fox becomes like the Dark Horse or the Vertigo.
Well, that's kind of what they're going to do with Deadpool. That's what I'm saying. Like they can keep doing the X-Force stuff and keep him over there, but it's just kind of like I wouldn't ruin this $23 billion streak and like.
I don't think it would
confuse.
ruin it.
I think it could definitely confuse.
I think Disney's just a bunch of punks who doesn't want to take risk on actual quality storytelling.
So do you hear that they broke the record already, which was held by them, but they broke it halfway through the year?
What record?
The record for most money in a single year at box office.
Oh, for Disney? Well, I mean, of course, between Endgame and Spider-Man.
Well, Spider-Man's not even included in it because that's Sony.
Disney not taking any money from Spider-Man.
It took money, but it didn't count towards what they were saying because it wasn't they get rights to something else to do with it. I'm not saying they don't take money, but it's not counted in their life.
So the individual Spider-Man movies are not Disney.
Correct. They get them into
This is a nice high school. Like, do you notice this?
Well, it is a magnet school. Remember?
Of course, it's a magnet school.
Or what is it called? Is it called a magnet school? There's
Is it?
another term for it too.
I just figured it's like a New York City high school. It was like somehow
No,
they're
because
like really
remember
nice or
that's
something.
why the other guy was like, "You're poor, Spider-Man." You know what I mean? He makes fun of him for not having money.
Oh, okay.
And then, what is it called? There's a different. They say it on the. They say it on the thing. In Spider-Man: Homecoming, he talks about it. Or Far From Home. Because he curses. He said, oh, "Don't curse." He said, "It's okay. We're at this school," or something like that. Like they're progressive too, you know. I remember.
How awkward.
I just wish that they would have cut to the moon of Endor.
Is it Ewok celebrating?
Yep.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
That would have been awesome. Would have blew my mind. Yay! Half of us are back.
Yeah. I mean, they already have the "You're My Only Hope" hologram coming out here.
Yeah.
And again, that's the hero gate. Part of the journey is the end. Everything's gonna work out exactly the way
It's great how he knew exactly where she was going to be sitting.
He just looked at the camera. Shh. And
There is no camera. The camera was the helmet.
Yes.
So he didn't look in the camera. He looked right where she was going to be sitting.
Right, and they put the projector right there to look at her.
I didn't know. They didn't see it. Did they watch it before the screen? Oh, he said that for her. We better put her right here.
Probably. I'm sure Happy looked at it first. But they didn't just. What if she looked at it first? She could have easily looked at it first. Because she could have been like, what if he was talking about personal stuff? Like, oh, hey, Potts, I miss our bedroom talks. And
this is for the next time you're feeling lonely.
Hey, this is not for everybody. This is not for my funeral.
That would be weird.
Here you go.
Oh, God.
I won't be around. So here I am, naked. You remember that video we made? Don't ever post it. Oh, by the way, my bank account password
So Hulk is permanently damaged.
Yeah.
I know. His arm is hurt, too.
Because it's reputation. And that. That's good. Good stuff.
And Gamora somehow left the planet even though there was no way she could have left.
We don't know that. She could have run the Pegasus.
She stole the Pegasus. Apparently the Pegasus can fly into space.
Why not?
The whole Hawkeye family.
Yeah.
The whole people without...
I think...
sidekicks without their main characters.
I think Falcon and him are actually going to turn out to be something together. Like, together. Because they've gotten more and more affectionate, like, throughout this entire
Even Madonna
series.
made it. Look at that.
So...
Is that really Nick Fury?
No spoilers. To go back to that barber, that's really good.
Oh my goodness. To get that fade that no one else could get.
You know? Been talking to my barber about the sacrifice.
You know, there's only one way to console yourself when you've lost a redhead. It's to talk to another redhead.
They both know, even though I disappeared and don't remember anything. So, is there an afterlife now?
Yeah. What are you talking about right now? Oh, she died?
Oh, she died. There's nothing. I died before.
You didn't do a funeral for her?
This part's cute.
You know, I didn't really, read that much into her saying cheeseburgers until people were like, oh my God, she asked for cheeseburgers.
Yeah, what throwback is that to?
Like in the first movie, he asked for cheeseburgers. I mean, he just you remember because he after he got back from the kidnapping, after he built that first Iron Man suit and he had in that press conference, he's there eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I guess he ate cheeseburgers.
That's what I guess he really liked cheeseburgers apparently.
You know your dad liked cheeseburgers. Yes, like 99%
Yeah,
of the world.
he's American. Of course, he liked cheeseburgers.
Yes. See, I thought they had good chemistry.
Oh yeah,
Like I don't know why. Like I wish Natalie Portman wasn't coming back. I'm just.
You don't have to get rid of her.
Well, it's called Love and Thunder, and then
Doesn't mean it's not her.
Well, she is supposed to be like a kind of switch hitter. That's kind of like confirmed or whatever.
Okay.
So maybe it's gonna be
All right.
Natalie, Thor, and him.
Whoa.
Or maybe that's just in my head. That's just the movie I would make.
You know, relationships are complicated these days. There's not
Can we call it Love, Lust, and Thunder? If we're
or
gonna
maybe
go
he's
R,
not even in it. Maybe it's just Natalie Portman and her.
Can we go? I'm more and more excited about this movie. Don't look at me, John.
I know. I need to leave the room.
This commentary is about to get really weird.
Uh-huh. More fat jokes.
Yeah. Jeez.
This dynamic.
What a stalker.
I know, right?
Stop looking at her Instagram, bro. She blocked you.
As Guardians of the Galaxy back together again. That's in first.
You know, they're gonna really love having more likes now.
Yeah.
With now the population restored.
I want to hear this part.
Of course you are. Of course. So you say, of course, but then you touch the map. It makes you think that maybe you didn't realize I was in charge. Maybe Quail. You did that. So you were
Quail.
Okay, I knew it. System. Quill. That's what I said. We should fight one another for the honor of leadership. It's not necessary. No. Okay.
I got some blasters unless you guys want to use knives.
Oh, yes, please. Use knives.
Knives.
That was the creepy eye route.
Not necessary. There should be no knifing one another. Everybody knows who's in charge. Me. Yes. You.
That's awesome.
That look was great.
That's why they have to like pick up with them
Yeah.
together. They can't just like.
I would watch that movie. That's
It's gonna be on Disney Plus.
yeah. You be honest, I mean, I'm kind of glad Captain America's ducking out because he's kind of a buzzkill.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just not as fun.
Oh, I've always enjoyed Captain America.
He is okay.
Oh, granted, I mean he's not as fun, but he's not trying to play that role necessarily.
I know. I'm saying this character. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like, you know, it's not good acting or it's not good storytelling. It's just
Okay, so watch this. He's obviously told Bucky what's going on.
Has he?
He just watched the body language and the signs.
I think you're reading into it. I think Bucky's just like, yeah.
How can I? You're taking all this stupid with you.
See, I think they
Watch
just
this.
implicitly know. I think it's implied. He knows. He just knows his friend.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy. He knows he's not coming back. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to come back in 10 seconds. He knows he's not gonna be here.
Okay.
How long is this going to take? For him, as long as you need. Throw us 5 seconds.
And then he's like instantly looking off into the sunset.
You bet. On quantum. 3, 2, 1. Returning in 5, 4.
And see, like when he's not returning, he starts smiling. You'll see.
Where is he? I don't know. He flew right by his time span. Should we?
See there, it looks like he's surprised, kind of like, oh.
Maybe he's surprised to see him, but I think he knew it was gonna happen, or he knew that he wasn't planning on coming back. I just don't understand. Like, I was actually really shocked
to see that they got Clint Eastwood to play this part. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
right.
talking about bringing really high talent to the MCU. Sam.
And then he pulls his lighter out and he gets shot.
Are you feeling lucky? Do you want this shield?
What I like about it is he gets
It
gets
does
like
look a lot like.
a little bit, yeah. We got a little bit of the same.
So did something go wrong or did something go right?
Well, that's right. Put the stones back. Yeah. Try something, right?
To me, I would have gone on a time traveling adventure of shenanigans.
Yeah, but his shenanigans was that love of his life,
All right.
who he left 5 years later.
World's greatest generation, everyone.
Yes.
Perfect opportunity to have fun and time, and you go settle down.
One thing bumming me out is the fact I have to live in a world without Captain America.
That reminds me.
He even made like a leather holder for it.
Yes. He's had a lot of time, obviously.
Obviously.
I like because they both turned into it in the comics, so it was kind of like the nod that it's okay, because there was a fight back and forth who would be like supposedly the next Captain America.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was like a back and forth like argument on the internet. It was like,
Is it gonna be Bucky?
yeah. Is it gonna be Falcon?
Falcon?
Yeah. People were like on both sides, and it was like, it's okay. Falcon or Winter Soldier's okay with it. He has a metal arm. This guy gets a shield.
Is it?
I'll do my best.
This one's yours.
You want to tell me about her?
No. No, I don't think I will.
Does that mean he didn't go to the funeral?
Yeah, maybe he was there, but I mean, no one's gonna recognize him
How do you know?
because it's Clint Eastwood.
Why do you keep saying that? It's not.
Oh shit! Did you see Clint Eastwood was at her funeral?
Yeah,
How
no,
did
my
she know
goodness.
Clint-
Ah,
How
was
did
she
she-
married to Clint Eastwood?
How did she know Clint Eastwood was here?
You know it's old timey when they leave the front door open.
I'm kind of confused because that's an architectural roof that got put on, and that's a fairly recent roof style. So,
Well, he took back with him not only the stones but also modern architecture.
right.
He wanted to build her the best home.
I just think it would be a Shingle style, more than likely.
I'm glad you saw the
It would've been-
imperfections
it would've
in
been
this
a-
movie.
It would have been a 3-tab. Just saying. Especially up north. They're more worried about hill damage than wind.
Right.
Anyways.
Oh, look at that. We're finished with this marathon of a movie.
But it was a great movie.
That's debatable. It was
It's
a
a
movie
debate,
with
which
some,
I win.
with some great moments in it.
Well,
Sure.
it's the greatest movie of all time because it made the most money, and that's America. That's how we judge things.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
And that's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Nah.
That's why
Nah.
Suki is better than Gandhi, and
Nah. What?
she has more money. That's exactly how.
Suki?
What is it? Suki?
Snooky? Snooky?
I don't know.
Are you talking about like Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
Suki was the character from True
I
Blood.
was thinking like, who's the worst like example of reality TV show besides
Kanye
the
West
obvious-
is richer than everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's obviously better than them.
Oh yeah. Who's richer, Donald Trump or Kanye West?
Well, I mean, before he became president, He was probably dead. I wonder if we should cut that out.
He's coming after us now.
Oh God, we might not
Fake
post
news.
that part. Anyways, where's your tax returns? Anyways,
Cumberbatch. I like how they do this like weird, like poster signature of all the main characters. Like this is unnecessary. We know these people. This would only make sense if you were literally ending all MCU movies from here on out. Like this was the last one you were ever making, and so you do a bow out.
It's
for
an end
everyone.
of an era. That's the point.
I guess. That's what I want to see what's the next era is coming. It's not ending forever. It's just
it's changing.
You're changing.
That sounds like a song. What is that, a Disney song?
Oh my goodness. This is why it's 3 hours. They just keep adding this kind of stuff.
What a cast, though. For real.
I mean, it's an amazing cast of actors.
Yeah.
That's what Disney
and
buys.
and so diverse. But yeah, who cares? They took something that's great and they added like thousands of cans of gasoline to it. You know what I mean?
And set it on fire and made it awful for the rest of us.
Whatever. You're so full of shit over here. Hey, you know, it's no Justice League.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Did you ever see it? Because that still needs to be.
I saw Batman vs Superman.
Oh God.
That's all I needed to see.
I mean, it's better. Well, I actually enjoyed Justice League. I like Man of Steel. I know a lot of people don't, but I think it's a great movie. Or it's a good movie.
I like Man of Steel better than I like Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, for sure. I don't like Batman vs Superman. But Man of Steel, I think it aged well.
Here
I think
comes the main ones.
At its time, it was kind of.
This is what the weird part to me is the signature part.
Well, this was the original.
Like, am I going to like cut this frame out of the movie and like put it on a wall or something? Like, why do you do this?
Hey, can we do that?
Tell everyone you actually have their signature.
Yeah, I wonder though.
I have their actual signed copy of this
How
frame.
many like signatures are getting on it forged?
Nothing.
Like gonna get forged just because they have it. Like,
oh my goodness, look at that! I have a silhouette picture of this actor with their signature on them.
Yeah, like you know, it seems like it wouldn't be that hard to like get so good at it if you study that for a long time. You could make a lot of money that way, forging signatures.
We are not admitting any criminal activity
because
or intent.
We're not trying to stop something that we haven't done already. We're stopping something we might do in the future. Sorry. Oh, Robert Downey Jr. Nice. All right, that is the end of the movie.
That's it. Oh my goodness.
And we're done. And thank you guys. If you've ever made it this far, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you are.
And you actually made it through this movie.
And you got to be a true fan. So please subscribe. Yeah, please.
I mean, whether or not you listen to us through this whole movie, the fact that you watched this whole movie is amazing. I mean, I think I need to like go. I need something. I need to be sedated.
You need a brain shower.
I mean, is there a way to like have a cranial enema?
You just need to go do some math problems.
Yeah, I need to go think about something that's more real, like taxes and Trump's claims.
Okay, we made this kind of political at the end.
We did. Okay. Let's go unpolitical with it. I need to go think about something real, like where that Pegasus would have come from if someone had actually thought about their job while writing this movie.
The Pegasus is really where we're going to be hung up. All right, guys. So anyways, thanks everybody for being around. If you're still here, do the stuff.
Let me know how much you agree with me of how awful this movie is in the comments below.
And if you agree with me, which is I'm Matt, so I don't want to get all the hate comments. I really love this movie.
I don't mind the hate because I know if you're hating on what I'm saying, it just means you're denying the truth. You're in denial. Anger is one of the steps.
Explain the Pegasus. Explain the Pegasus.
That's right. Fake news. Explain the Pegasus.
Hashtag explain the Pegasus.
Goodness. All right, we're out of here. Peace.